on today's hit music. It is Q92. Well, good morning, everybody. 7 o'clock hour on your Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Year of the Mongoose. And hopefully you are having a good start to your day on your way out the door to work. I don't think anyone's back to school yet. Maybe I'm wrong.
What? My kids are back.
Oh, they're back?
Oh, yeah.
My nephews don't go back till Thursday.
I felt like everybody went back to work, too. My commute this morning was like, I was like, dang it. I forgot. There's traffic.
Yes, yeah. Old Middle Ridge, those kids aren't back till Thursday.
Yeah, I feel like either they had last week off or this week off.
My daughter's at Siesta Key right now.
Oh, that's nice for her.
She's hanging out, so I know that school's out. Yeah, so those of you who are coming back, sorry. But hey, you get off Monday for the eclipse.
I was going to say, don't be sorry.
4-day work week, 4-day school week, and you get another 4-day school week.
My kids were just off for 10 days.
Ooh.
They're fine. They can go back to school.
Go back, kids. Get your ass back to school. Good morning, everybody. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on this Tuesday. And this hour, another opportunity to become a finalist for the Total Eclipse of the Park contest, where you could be at Progressive Field next Monday on the 8th to watch the eclipse and then watch the home opener of the Guardians, all powered by Stardom. Know someone sensational? Nominate a Stardust writer for the Stardust Sensations of the Month contest online. StardustSensations.com. Speaking of Stardust, they are the sponsor of our live video feed that's on Facebook, YouTube, and X every day in the 7 o'clock hour. So you go over there and you check that out. You'll see the Stardust logo in the right top corner of the video feed, and we appreciate Stardust very much for being a part of the live video stream of the morning show every day from 7 to 10. You can watch on Facebook, YouTube, and X. What do we got for you? Well, we got 3 more chances. We're going to get 3 more finalists for the Total Eclipse of the Park before we're out of here today. The Q to Call is going to play again this hour. It's going to play again in the 9 o'clock hour, but also, as per usual, we're going to give you guys a chance on that live video stream to become a finalist as well by going over, clicking the like button on the live video stream. What are we typing in today?
Dang it. I wasn't prepared for a word.
Type in, dang it, I wasn't prepared for a word. If you type that in the comment section, you have a chance to win. That'd be awesome. How about storms? Storms. No, you don't like storms?
Sure. Or a lightning bolt emoji.
Something about storms, whether it's the emoji or the word.
Yeah.
Now we will know you want a chance to become a finalist. So we'll do that today. It's going to be raining today. Heavy rain about to be here.
Yeah.
And a break, and then maybe some potential bad weather. But I'm no weatherman. We have a weatherman coming on to talk to us about that. We'll see. Is this hype? Is it real? Should we really be paying attention later? We're going to find out. Mark Johnson, who unfortunately could not join us yesterday, talked to him last night. He's agreed to come on and give us an update today around 8:30. So in the 8 o'clock hour, after the sports, we're going to come back from break, and he'll be with us. And we'll talk about this afternoon, what we can expect. And we'll talk about, obviously, Monday, the eclipse is starting to look like it might be good.
Ish. Yeah, we'll see. It's too far out. I never trust a forecast unless you're within 48 hours.
But early results don't look like all clouds and rain.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll talk to him about that as well. So.
We also live in Ohio.
We do.
I don't want to be the naysayer.
Well, I mean, someone said yesterday, this week is literally going to have rain, thunderstorms, maybe even, I hope not, tornadoes, and snow.
Yeah.
There's going to be flurries this week as well.
Mm-hmm. No, I saw that.
We're going to see snowflakes again.
Yep.
So, all 4 seasons, 1 week, sometimes 1 day. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Text message while we have a few minutes. We're flaggers for the electric companies, and they told us to be on standby tonight. I'm sure you guys are ready to go.
Oh, I got my email from my electric company, too.
And I'll say this to you guys again. I said last hour, it's what I always tell my family when storms are coming. Charge your phones, charge your iPads. It could be boring.
The only thing I know I need to do...
Charge your stuff. Unless you got a what do you call? Generator.
Yeah.
Then you're good to go.
A weather radio that charges things that you can crank like we do.
Yeah.
I love that thing. Anyhow, the only thing I know I need to do is I need to go get bottled water because we have a well.
Oh, yeah.
So if we lose power, we don't have water.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
We actually have a new case of bottled water, so we're good.
Yeah.
My thing is, it just sucks when it's boring.
Oh, and I kind of need batteries. We're getting low on batteries.
Power's out. You're just like, well, what now? Can't do anything.
Oh my gosh. We lost power for like 8 hours. Not this Christmas, but the Christmas before. We had that windstorm that came through like the day before Christmas Eve. I didn't know what we were going to do. We were like, we'd play a game for a little while and they'd be like, what do you want to do next? I mean, like, there's literally nothing to do. You don't realize how dependent you are on technology.
I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
So charge your stuff so you're not bored if power goes out. First day back to school. Let's go. Can't wait to see all the bright and shiny middle school faces this morning. Love your favorite middle school teacher. Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Christian. Mr. Kim Bolton's checking in. Mr. Kim Bolton.
Oh,
good morning.
I haven't seen that one. Has he? Maybe he took some time off.
A lot of people did. A lot of people were saying I'm back from my vacation or my spring break. Good morning from Marketing Maven Girl. Good morning from Payroll Girl. She's with us this morning.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Lumber Guy checking in. When it's a tornado warning, I run to Uncle Christian's house.
Go ahead.
Oh, we got a basement. She asked me last night, where are we going? I go, I guess to the bathroom with a mattress.
I knew about laying in the bathtub. You're supposed to put a mattress over it.
They say.
But what if something lands on it and then you can't get air?
I don't know. I've never been in a tornado.
I know.
I've never had to. Oh, listen, we're not saying for sure there's going to be tornadoes. We're just
saying, let's put it this way. There is a very large risk for severe weather. That doesn't necessarily mean a tornado.
No.
It could be really severe storms.
A warning does not mean there's a tornado on the ground. I've had this fight with my mom my whole life.
It means
there's
spotted,
rotation.
Yeah, they've spotted a funnel cloud.
There is rotation, and that constitutes the warning every time. You don't take a chance with that. So that means there's rotation in the clouds, which could absolutely make a tornado. My mother, growing up, thought a watch was a warning.
Oh, really?
Oh, it would drive me crazy.
I like what Mark Johnson said last night on his weather forecast.
There's tornadoes everywhere.
He's like, a watch is like, I just walked into the room, was like, hey, I got all the stuff to make a taco.
Yeah.
He's like, a warning is, I'm here. Tacos are here. That's what that means.
My mom's like, there's tornadoes. There's tornadoes. My mom, that's a watch. It's yellow. That's a tornado watch. Just look at me like, Mom, a watch is not a warning. A watch means conditions are favorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a flagger, and I was working that Christmas. It was the coldest it's ever been, someone said.
We had to bring in, and I am so, worried about fires, but we had to bring our kerosene heater into the house.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd be nervous about
right
that.
in the middle of the kitchen, because that was our largest space, with nothing
get that
around
away
it.
from everything.
No, I know. One, I made the kids, sit back from it.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can't feel the heat. I'm like, do you care?
Don't
I don't
near it.
care.
My power went out during a polar vortex when I first got my house in Alliance. I opened my oven and turned it up to 400, and it heated my house beautifully.
That's a good idea.
Just open the door.
I think they did that
electric oven, so I don't have to worry about gas or nothing.
Didn't they do that back in the day?
Probably.
Yeah.
But I said, look, I started Googling what people do when their heat's out. And I was like, oven 400, just open the door.
I believe it, man. I popped some fries in at 425 last night. It was 80 degrees in our kitchen.
It's just me in here. Ain't nobody else going to walk in and trip and fall in the oven. I'm the only one in here. Let's go. And I got to tell you what, it heated the house pretty good.
That's good. That's good. That's a good idea.
I was not. Now, I kept thinking about it. I was like, there's an oven.
You're lucky you had gas.
Well, it wasn't gas. It was electric.
Well, if you didn't have power, how did you get it started?
Maybe it was gas.
Did you have to use a clicky lighter
to light it?
No,
it wasn't my power went out. My heat went out.
Oh.
That's what it was. My heat went out.
Gotcha. That makes
more sense. I had power.
Sense.
I was watching TV. It was very cold.
Yeah.
And it was during a polar vortex.
Ooh.
Oh, remember that. Storm chasers rejoice. We might have something to do tonight.
You are a storm chaser?
You might.
How do they figure out, what path it's going to take? Just, you know what I'm saying? When you're have you ever chased a storm and, driven right in front of it? That would be my fear.
I don't know. Are you an actual storm chaser or just an amateur one? Do you
Yeah.
have to get a card? Do you have to join a club? Do you have to pay a fee?
Is it like AV Club?
How do you just say, I'm a storm chaser?
Yeah, is it self-proclaimed?
Yeah. You just say it so it's
self-proclaimed
true.
title.
You have to go to a class or at
so
least...
is Jake. Jake's a storm chaser.
Yeah, I am a storm chaser.
No, I'm kidding. I genuinely am curious.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you become a storm chaser? Feel free to let us know.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Texas Hold'em, 713. It's Q92.
Hey, it's Keller from Afternoons on Q92. Tune in weekdays from 2 until 6 p.m. and come hang out. We've got amazing prizes, fantastic music. It's going to be a good time.
You ever been put in the friend zone, Jake?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, lots of times.
I'm quite familiar with
When,
that.
when did you find out you were in the friend zone?
Pretty much right away.
Right away? What's a key to you? How do you know?
I don't know. They don't show interest. They don't want anything to do with you, or they might be in a relationship already.
That See, I don't consider that friend zone. I
No,
just
yeah,
consider that like
yeah, right.
she's dating someone.
Yeah,
But it's been there. I saw an article on 8 reasons why girls friend zone guys. And we all know, guys, friend zone is a terrible place to be if you like a girl.
Right.
I like you. You're a buddy. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh. I mean, in your head, you just hear, no! Oh, you said buddy? Did you call me buddy? Oh, son of a bee stick. We've all been there. Well, maybe some of you have. A lot of you have realized, oh no, I'm the friend. I think a good sign is when she's telling you about other boys.
that's
That's you need to realize.
That hurts.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm the guy you talk to about the guys. Oh, damn.
yeah.
Oh no. I found an article of 8 reasons why girls friend zone guys. And listen, I always say too, you're entitled. Just because someone likes you doesn't mean you have to like them back.
Right.
I've never felt that way. I don't think it's rude. If I'm like, I like you, I don't like you that way. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It sucks. But a lot of times us guys, we tend to get pissed
Yeah.
and start like, just because I like you.
Right.
But it says the reasons why that we get friend zoned is, I'll go through the list real quick. She's not sure what kind of guy you are yet. That's not what we're all about.
Okay.
She's going to keep you in the friend zone. She's too familiar with you.
Yeah.
You guys know each other too well. There's no mystery. There's no,
Yeah.
wonder what he's like. Just get too close. She probably likes someone else. It says. She might be too busy right now for a relationship. You both know each other's history too well. See, I always thought that could be a positive thing.
It could.
Because, like, I know your secrets. You know mine. There's no
Yeah.
lies here. There's no secrets here. Let me see. She could be dealing with stuff in her life. Could be. She could want to get to know you first, not as a buddy. She genuinely just wants to be friends with you. That's probably it. So those are eight reasons why they put you in the friend zone. It happens.
It does.
It happens, but like I said, for me, I always, if I got put in the friend zone, I knew that my telltale was usually when any girl would start telling me about her boy trouble.
Yeah.
Well, I like this guy. I'd be like, you like this.
Not me, but
Oh, I got you. That's when I do I do my little slow fade. I would do my slow fade into the darkness.
Yep.
Be like, exit stage left. Got Christian and Lauren need a little advice.
All right.
And this might help Christian out someday, too.
Okay.
At what age do you think it's safe for your child to play sports? I would think that would depend on the sport a little bit.
I agree. I mean,
You're talking about like tackle football.
yeah.
What my brother and his wife did is they got all 3 of their boys into flag football first.
Yeah.
They played flag football for years.
Yeah.
And then they transitioned in, I want to say like 7th and 8th grade, they went to tackle football.
Yeah.
They did Ryan just finished his 8th grade. Noah's going to be in 7th next year. My nephew Michael is playing in 8th grade next year. So that's kind of how, and then my other nephew Michael just started football. First sport he ever played, tackle football. But he's in 7th grade.
Yeah.
That was kind of, if you're talking that kind of contact sport, that was kind of the plan that my brother and his wife did. And I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Because you learn some of the fundamentals in flag.
Oh, I agree.
And in a less physical toll. And then you understand. So when you go to tackle football, you
learn the rules of the game. Like really what the game's about, I think. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of organized sports. I think that.
I think they're great. I think they're great. And I'm sorry. I think they're great for socializing with and getting social skills. They're great for exercise.
Yeah.
Getting them off the video games and out of the house.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think whether your kid shows an interest in soccer, baseball, softball, I agree. Because my son, I promise you, if he we'll ask him. I'll never force my kid. I will never force my kid. I will be, you and I think agree on this. If you sign up for something,
You've got to finish it.
You're going to see it through.
100%.
If when the season's over, you decide that's not for you, fine.
Yeah.
But if we're playing a season of, let's say, soccer, you're playing soccer.
Well, to me, a commitment's a commitment. You teach them that early on. Like, if you're going to commit to doing this and you say you want to do this, you have to follow through. Yep. Because, I mean, that's life. You have to follow through.
Q92. All right, a risk for severe thunderstorms later on today during the evening hours. Damaging winds and large hail the main threat here. Even an isolated tornado. Otherwise, you get an isolated shower, a thunder shower during the day. A high 68 degrees. Stay alert. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
.23 right here on today's Hit Music Q92. Sports coming up. Another chance to become a finalist for the Total Eclipse of the Park contest as well. Powerball as of right now. Nothing about a winning ticket being sold. That baby is climbing again. 1.9 billion now. 1.9 billion. Nobody. They would know if it was sold, right? They might not know who has it, but they would know if
Correct.
it was sold.
Yeah.
So yeah, no one had the winning numbers last night. You can check your ticket still to see if you won something.
I need to do that.
You didn't win the grand prize.
Dang it.
Now it's 1.9 billion. Your cash option, 527.3 million. Just so you know, it's still up there. Keep buying your tickets because it ain't over yet. The next drawing tomorrow, Wednesday. That boy goes Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Wow.
I got my tickets so we could do mill, but
I had mine yesterday. I went and got him at Sheets in Austin Town. I picked up my kid. I was like, I'm gonna get this. We'll see. Maybe I won $1. I don't know. I didn't get the ticket. Sometimes I find out like, oh, you won $2.
I told you last time I bought it, I won $8.
Oh man, that baby keeps climbing. Someone's going to win. By the way, Mega Millions, 36 million. You get 17.1, which I wouldn't be sad about.
No.
So that's play that one. Just so you know. So, it's still out there. That huge jackpot is not claimed yet, people. Keep buying your tickets. Good luck. Do a bill with anybody out there. Well, not too many. Just saying. Let me see here. Text line. I've done training with the National Weather Service. Their Skywarn program. Okay, like you have to do something to be an official. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting you down if you're self-appointed storm chaser. I just don't know. Is there like an official thing you have to join or to be certified?
Right. It's as simple as like when Ralphie got his decoder pen, like, and he was a part of the official Orphan Annie Club, or is it like complete training with the meteorologist?
I have a piece of paper in my wall in my car that shows you I am an official chaser of storms. That's all I'm doing.
No, I'm thinking back to Twister, and I mean, they never mentioned schooling, although I think one of them was a meteorologist. If it was Helen Hunt, or was she just like the sidekick?
I don't know, but I liked the movie Twister. I thought it was good.
Yeah, you did. I didn't watch it, but
no, but I liked the movie as a whole. I thought it was pretty
cool. It
was
excellent. Well, they now have Twisters coming out.
I know.
Really original.
Well, we did Roadhouse. We're redoing. We're just remaking old songs now. We're just remaking old movies, or we're rebooting TV shows. Like so, like used to.
Yeah. I have a question. If you do have a tornado, you go to your basement.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
I know.
Or unless you have one of those old homes with an actual storm shelter or cellar.
That would be cool, but
some houses still have them.
Like we could go under our steps with basement, which I think they say is the best place to go. Like, what if everything would be collapsed? How do you get out? Not that this is going to happen. These are questions you have.
I don't know. I grew up in a basement apartment with my family, so I mean, I was as low as you could get.
Right, you were always. They didn't have to yell at you to go to the basement.
Yeah,
you just were.
People would come down, stand in our hallway, but here the whole time.
I have a hard time getting. They look at my husband. Like they ignore me. So they're like, get in the basement. He's like, they're fine. Like, get in the basement. Like, shut up.
I mean, no, you made me want to jump in the tornado.
So a basement living situation actually would be ideal for me.
Well, there you go. We're good to go. Here's the question: would you stay working if you won the whole thing or even half? Well, unfortunately, they don't give away half. That'd be great if they did. You want half of it, but I no. When I keep working, listen, there's a difference if I won 17 million and if I won 527 million. I think 527 mil.
You still work with 17 million?
I feel like I could spend that.
Oh, Christian, you're a better spender. Enjoy your time left on this earth.
You could blow 17.
You could, but that doesn't mean you should or have to.
No, I'm saying, but to me, it's generational wealth.
17 million?
It can be. I don't think it's a guarantee.
It is.
Because you're gonna at some level.
What are you doing that you are spending $17 million with nothing left to pass on to Jimmy?
If you get to a spending, you need to do the spending. We talked about this. Think about all the things you would
17
think about all
million.
the things you would buy and do.
I understand. Why wouldn't you just give him $3 million right off the top and lock it up in an account where you can't access it for 30 years? No, time wiser.
I don't know, man. I don't know if
You
17
still
is
have
enough.
14 mil to have fun with. Be all right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being Nelly, but I don't know if 17 is enough for me to be like, I'm done working forever. I feel like you're a couple bad investments or bad business decisions, ventures away from being in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could be.
Yeah.
But that's why you hire the best people to help manage your money and don't act like a fool. You need to go out making it rain constantly.
Yeah, but I'd buy a lot of football cards. Where would you go at the station? Oh hell, I don't
Home.
know. You know what?
I'd be headed the opposite direction of the tornado.
I'm
The
convinced.
best route home.
I'm convinced this old ass building would withstand it. Somehow. Be like, whatever, tornado.
I think the best place to go would probably be that little time. No, because it's not in the center of the city. You know what? We all cram in Nikki's office. Shut the door.
Wow.
Someone can stand on the desk.
Clown car. Let me see. Lauren, thank you for bringing it up because I laid awake all night last week about where the best spot is in the basement. Where the least amount of house is above. Well, you got to think about that. Where's the least amount of the house?
Right. See, I'm not the only one. That made me feel so much better. Thank you for saying that, because as I was falling asleep last night, I was thinking the same thing. What's our plan?
We'll get back to this. But need to stay on somewhat time. What's coming up after the song I already should have played? It's Paul Russell, Little Boo Thing. It's Q92. Listen,
Yeah, you got any tips for that?
that one's a really tough one. You're in a pickle. You're in a pickle. I've already helped you survive a helicopter crash,
Oh my God.
a car crash, and I've helped you survive an elevator crash. A parachute, I mean, it might be time to accept your fate. What I would do,
You really don't have
listen,
it. Okay.
what I would do, and this is not going to be easy, depending on where you jumped out of the airplane, I would look for trees, okay? I would do research on what you can do to like make yourself go like a little bit like the Rocketeer, like go across.
Chest in the air, arms
Yeah.
back.
You know what I mean? Look for a tree, and now you're gonna have to time it perfect, and you're probably gonna get a splinter.
You think?
You're gonna
Or
want
you're going to get a tree branch up your rear end. You're going to be
hey,
a human skewer.
Hey, it'll still stop you. So you're gonna want to grab onto the tree as you hit it. You got to grab onto it, all right, in hopes that stops your momentum. And if you grab it correctly, you'll be stuck on the tree till someone comes to survive you. Now you'll probably be bruised. I guarantee you'll feel it tomorrow. But then even if you fall down the tree, as you fall down, grab branches to break the momentum of your fall. All right. Now, if it's over water, doesn't open again, pencil. You know what I mean? But you might, the hit to the water could hurt.
What is wrong with you?
But that's what I would do. I would look to try to angle your body as you're falling, something with a tree to where you could try to grab on as you go by it to break that momentum. If nothing else, you might break the momentum and maybe be really hurt, but survive.
And your spine.
Sure. Sure. So there you go. You know what
We
I
have
love
to pull
about
from.
our sister station, AM 1310 WDPN?
That it smacks. I mean, it's so
Man,
good.
you go to pee sometimes. You leave this studio. You have to walk by the WDPN studio to come back to our studio.
Yes.
You know, shout out to Rex in the morning.
Sexy Rexy.
Clint, our newsman, our buddy.
Absolutely.
Does the news every day and calls high school football here on the station. But, man, you'll come back from the bathroom and you'll hear an absolute banger coming out of that studio.
It could be Billy Joel. It could be Madonna. It could be Michael Bolton. I mean, I've heard come out of that. I've heard the Fievel song somewhere out there.
Whoa, somewhere out there.
Yeah.
Tremendous song.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
good.
a great song.
Yeah.
That was a sad movie at times.
Oh, my gosh.
American Tail.
That might be the first time as a child that I knew what depression was.
This kid lost his family.
I know. And then you were worried about losing yours. It made you a paranoid child.
Like, oh, damn. No. Find your family, Feifel. Oh, and then that song wasn't exactly the happiest song either.
No.
Oh, underneath the same blue sky. Oh, my God. On today's hit music, Q92. Still to come this hour, Total Eclipse of the Park contest brought to you by Sarda. We'll be getting a final system for the Q to call. That's coming up. 8 o'clock hour Rage Room, 8 o'clock hour Black Keys tickets, 8:30. Mark Johnson joining us to talk about this afternoon and these storms, what we can expect. So that's all coming up. Kind of literally talking about lotto and storms at the same time. Not sure how that happened, but hey, we'll go with it. Text message, put $1 million into the bank and you can live off the interest. What's 2% of $1 million?
I
I don't know. I wasn't asking. I put you on the spot. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be 200,000?
So would it be? I literally asked. I didn't know. I wasn't like, hey, do you know math? I was like, I don't know either. So I wasn't trying to be like, I know.
No, it's fine.
So yeah, what are you going to use? The best you're going to get in a bank is what, 2%? 3%? Maybe at the most you would get?
No, it's 20,000. You can't live off 20,000.
See, you put $1 million, you're only making $20K a year in the now.
Okay, what are you doing with the rest 16 mil?
I'm just saying, a 17 would make me nervous. You're piecing out of work forever at 17 mil?
What?
You're piecing out of all work?
Yeah.
17 mil?
Of course.
I don't know, but think of all the things you were just telling me you'd want to buy and build.
No,
and
I
do.
said if I won the 1 point whatever billion that I would do that.
Yeah, the 527 mil.
Right.
Would you hook up anybody with 17 mil?
There's a lot of people I would hook up, but I don't know if I'd give them that big of a chunk.
Yeah.
Other than my kids, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I won, I wouldn't quit working right away so that no one knew I won. I would not want to tell anybody. I really
Actually, I would quit the way that I picture it in my mind when I'm angry. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm done.
I hate it here.
No, I don't. No, it would just be funny.
Yeah,
I'd be
someone
like,
texted 20,000.
yeah,
I mean, still to make 20,000 in interest is pretty good
yeah, for sure.
for
it
a
is.
year. Let me see. I work at a bank, and we have an old school vault, and that they had to have a crane in and build the building around it. So that's our tornado shelter.
Heck yeah, it is. You are the safest you could possibly be.
This bank says, same texter says 4.4%.
Is that what you get? Like on a high interest.
I guess. Bank only insures up to a certain point. So if it crashes, bye-bye to your money. Ooh.
Yeah, that's true too.
Put some of it in high-yield savings accounts. The interest on those are higher than a traditional account, someone said. I just buy the station.
He said that before.
Huh?
He has said that before.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't want to work. If I win that kind of
I don't
cash,
know if the return on investment would be.
No. If that was your life's work, like if you wanted to put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, it would be amazing. But I mean, who doesn't want to just enjoy life? You know what I mean? We would keep our house. Now, I did tell the kids last night at dinner because we were having just nonsense talk about how big Powerball jackpot was. I did say we would build back and up. I'm like, we'd put on a second story, and they're like, what would you put up?
And to the left.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, what would you put upstairs? And I'm like, a master suite with huge closets and a huge bathroom. And like, I got plans, but we're not moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going to be right here.
Right.
Be right here. So maybe I'm being silly. I don't know. 17 would make me a little nervous to like quit all working. I'd have to, I'd keep working till like, I'd have to have a financial advisor like draw me a map and show you're okay.
Like, Christian,
you're okay. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Am I really okay? Like, this is a bad idea. Am I making a really big mistake? Be like Bruno Mars. Sit butt naked in a Snuggie. You're a billionaire. Good reference to that song.
Yeah, that was good.
If you can't retire off 17 mil, you got a problem.
Thank you.
You're not going to make 16 mil the rest of your life working. That's fair. I just see lottery ruined my life. The TV show. I read all these stories. Guy won 10 million. It's broke.
Because he was an idiot.
Professional athlete signed a $40 million deal. He's broke.
Because he was an idiot. Don't be an idiot.
Well, that's not easy.
You're old enough now. You're not a 20-year-old athlete that's been given a bank card with a seemingly endless budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder if that's just what people do. They really believe it's unending money.
Well, I think they think that because it seems like so much, but then they're like, oh, it really does spend now.
Like I said before, like I don't get it. Like even the 17 mil. Let's say I bought $1 million home, 2 $80,000 cars, a $10,000 boat. You know what I mean? Like say I haven't spent $2 million yet.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
What are they doing?
I have no idea.
You're buying everyone a house?
I would definitely buy a southern home, like somewhere where we could go on vacation because that's our thing, like somewhere in the Carolinas. And I would upgrade our home here and bring our horse home. I'd love to have her at home.
You already got horse money.
Not horse money.
You could have circus money.
You could run a circus.
Sure.
I mean, I don't want that, but
no, but you could.
I would love to have our own barn on our own property so that
you have horses you could buy with that money.
That would be amazing. Horses are so peaceful, just to sit and watch.
A horse?
Yeah, and I could see why they use horses for equine therapy. They're so like Haley knows. She knows. Actually, we've gone up there and we're sad before, and she's all like snuggly. Like she wants to like put her head up next to yours, and she knows when you're sad. She's smart. Horses are smart.
Horses? Yeah, they are. And some animals are very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Some. Doesn't the bank pay you that interest monthly? Like, I don't know
I don't know. You're asking the wrong people. We are not financial people. Yeah.
Think anyone's coming to me for financial advice?
I go to Dave Ramsey and like search his site when I have questions.
The only thing I could teach a master class on, and I swear, how to live paycheck to paycheck and still have a life. I mastered that stuff, man. I was so good at that.
Yeah.
And I was on time with my bills. Man, I could make $100 last forever.
That's impressive.
I was really looking back. I was like, man, you really.
What was that like dinner, like McChickens and value menu?
Just knowing where to buy what.
Yeah.
What to eat. For me, now it helped that I was a bachelor.
Right.
It helped that I wasn't married, didn't have a family to feed. It was just me and Furious.
Yeah.
That 5 for $5 meat deal at Giant Eagle was key.
Oh, I remember that. When you yeah.
Think of pork chops. Think of burgers. You know what I mean?
I think it was 5 for 10, but yeah. It was still like you got a lot. Yeah.
Beautiful.
You could get like Italian sausage wings and yeah.
They had like 5 or 6 different like meat choices for $20 or $10, whatever.
That was smart.
I lived off that. It was fantastic. It's Dasha. Austin. You guys heard this on TikTok yet? I'll bet you have. It's Q92. The early 40s are when typical Americans start noticing telltale signs of aging, including gray hair and joints that begin cracking. Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. Thank God. I don't have gray hairs yet.
None at all?
No.
Really? That's interesting.
And I mean, like, I need to get I would see it still in my roots. Like, I'm due for my hair to get done in the next week, but it's I would see it, and I don't. But here's the thing, too. My mom was in her early 60s before she started getting some gray hairs. So I'm hoping I take after her in that regard.
Yeah. I know girls that start getting gray. I wouldn't say gray hair, but like strands.
Oh, when we got married, one of my bridesmaids had to get her hair dyed right before the wedding because she was showing grays. She was in her 20s.
See, that's yeah.
I mean, her mom started going gray early, too.
I swear, and I have no scientific way to back this up or prove this. I swear to you, my chin and my goatee now is pretty much gray. And it sucks. But I feel like it'd be such a douchey thing to go get like
just for men.
Yeah, and start dyeing my because I like kind of having some facial hair.
No, that's my husband. He's great too, and he's the same way you are. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm like,
I'm okay with the salt and pepper look.
I'm not gonna come in one day and all of a sudden have dark brown face.
I know, be like, whoa.
Nope, this is me. It's always been me.
I would die if you walked in here.
Nothing to see here.
I could look at you all morning like that.
And again, I have nothing to prove this with. Nothing to back this up with. This is me talking out of my ass. I swear to you, the gray in my chin part overnight after I had COVID.
Hey, you know
what?
And
I have nothing to prove that with.
No, I get that though.
But I'm telling you, I had a little. But you'd almost have to be up close.
It could have been coincidental, or it could have been that. Who knows?
When I got COVID in the height of COVID,
right?
Not the second time I got
when you were like,
I swear to you, after I got over COVID, like in a week, I looked in the mirror and went, "What in the blue hell?" Like cheese and rice.
Call now to win tickets to the Guardians home opener, powered by SARTA and Q92.
Another opportunity to become a finalist. 330-450-9292. Want to be in the running for a chance to go watch the Eclipse at Progressive Field on Monday, then watch the home opener of the Cleveland Guardians? Well, here's an opportunity. 330-450-9292. Caller 10, you'll be our latest finalist. It's all powered by SARTA. Know someone sensational? Nominate a SARTA rider for the SARTA Sensations of the Month contest online at SARTAsensations.com. Caller 10, good luck. Came across this, people get divorced all the time. And the source for this is Women's Day. Read it every morning.
Okay, yeah.
It has 10 things that all divorced guys have in common. And I was reading the list, and I was like,
Are you seeing a trend?
It's a good list. I feel like it's a very relatable list for divorced men. Things that they have in common. Love doesn't always work out. Sometimes it falls apart. You heard Fergie. Big girls don't cry, but she explained it. She had to move on. In fact, I want to play that while I go over this list.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
I'm going to right now.
But you're saying that women are the ones who end the marriage and leave the man divorced. Yeah. Okay.
This is just a thing that divorced guys have in common.
I see.
This isn't who caused it.
Okay.
This is what they all have.
I know. I'm saying what the song's
in common. You all right?
I know. Just making sure you understood what I was saying.
Yeah. Number one, they're shocked. Men are shocked. I can see that. We're oblivious. I can see that. What? Divorce? Yeah, they're shocked when it happens.
Oh, okay.
Technology takes precedence over their relationships.
That's a huge issue. We've had that problem in our household before. Like, sometimes Tony will be like, seriously, Lauren, put the phone down. And I do.
I think that's a both sex thing, men and women.
Yeah, I think it can be.
But absolutely, sure. I agree with you. Absolutely. Technology can take you just get sucked in your phone. Like, I know I can. I'm not going to pretend like I can't. But the not daughter, my God. I've never seen a human in their phone more than in my life. Like, it's insane.
I know. Well, I worry about our youth. that's all they're not gonna have good communication skills because they're constantly buried in their phone commenting on social media versus
just
having a conversation.
just staring at the phone like doesn't matter what we are doing.
I know.
Even if we're watching a show together, she's watching the show, but like in her phone the whole time. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not pretending like I can't be.
Oh no, I can be too. I get it.
I
I understand the addiction.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like, not me.
100%.
But she makes me go, damn, you're on that phone.
That must be a lot.
Seriously. This one, I agree with this one. They stopped whining and dining after the I do's.
I could see that, but
Got married,
that's got to be pretty drastic that you're not even going out for dinner once in a while as a couple or taking a date. I mean,
Got to keep dating. The first weekend I was on vacation, I really got a chance to see my nephews play basketball. And my youngest one, Lucas, plays for his school's team. And I went to see them. They played their arch rival, Middle Ridge versus McDonald. Those are rivals. If you're from those areas, I'd be like,
that's like Jackson Hoover,
like Jackson
McKinley
Hoover.
Maslin. Yeah.
Wellington Alliance.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, oh. Now, this is 11th grade, Beth.
11th grade or 11-year-old?
I keep saying 11th grade, and I never have meant it. It's because that's how I wrote it in my notes app. So let me change my notes app.
I was going to say, you might want to
and
fix
maybe
that.
that'll make me stop saying 11th grade.
This was an 11-year-old's basketball game.
Yes, so young. But to the point now where you know what's going on, you're running plays a little bit. It's not like that just like crazy.
Where you go stand on your mark with your hands up.
Right. Like
Right.
they're actually trying to run plays.
Correct, yeah.
So I come
Setting
in.
posts.
The game had already started.
Yeah.
And from the moment I walked in, it was me, Jamie, and little Jimmy wanted to see his little cousins. We took them. Everything seemed somewhat normal. It seemed like there was a heightened sense of rah-rah.
Oh, it's a rivalry. Right.
But I still thought to myself, if we break this down, this is 11-year-old basketball.
Right.
So I went and sat down. And one of the first things I noticed was the coaches for both teams were very into the game. You might even say, and I don't know any of them personally, they might be amazing people, but both of them were very boisterous and loud.
Okay.
And on the refs.
Are we talking like NBA level, going for a playoff game?
Just very loud. You could hear
Spitting
everything
when
they were
yelled.
saying, yelling at the refs for everything.
Oh.
And I thought, okay, whatever. All right. That's a little more than I would probably go for an 11-year-old league. But okay, I guess if you feel the ref is not making the calls that he should. Okay. So here's the thing I didn't know about this league. Apparently, you're not allowed to double team in this league.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know why, but for some
really?
reason,
You can't double team
11-year-olds,
coverage?
You can't double team a player in this.
All right, rules are rules.
And these are schools. This isn't some church league. This
Right.
is the schools. And so neither team felt the refs were properly calling when another team would double team. And then fans
joined in,
began
naturally
to yell,
dropping
turned off
thing.
From Q92, hello, who's this?
Hi, Bobby.
Bobby, where are you calling from?
I'm on my way to work in Lisbon.
All right, Bobby, congratulations. You're caller 10. You're now a finalist.
Oh, so exciting. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Bobby, you're in the running. You could be headed to see the Guardians home opener on April 8th, the day of the epic, historic eclipse happening here in Northeast Ohio. You can take in the eclipse, take in the game, tell everybody your favorite station that just made you a finalist.
Q92.
Oh my God, the top rope! And being forced to tolerate extreme conditions. Guests can get sunburn on shade-free beaches or shiver in October wind, getting attacked by bees. I have been to the summer wedding with bees.
I was stung as a flower girl at a wedding by bees.
Yeah.
They went up my dress.
Not good.
And I wigged. I was like 6.
Dude, I get it. I mean, the outdoor wedding looks great on paper.
Yeah.
But you don't know what the weather's going to be that day. And if you got food around, a bunch of bees, it's not fun.
No,
I don't mind chewing a fly. There's bees.
Yeah, that hurts.
Those sting.
Some people are allergic to them.
So that's the list. What do you guys in the text line have to say about things you hate about weddings as a guest? Someone said assigned seating.
Yeah. Oh
Hate
my
it.
goodness. So awkward.
Children. I have my own, but they stay home, LOL. I know it's not convenient for everyone. And the cocktail hour of waiting. I hate. There are people that do not want kids at weddings. I've been to weddings that had no kids.
We didn't go to a family member's wedding just this past year, just a few months ago in Florida, even though we're very close with them because they said no children.
Even your age kids in high school?
My kids are 50. At the time, they were 15 and 17, and they still.
I understand.
So we didn't make the trip.
I got you. Text line, the people. That's what I hate at weddings. The awkward, forced socialization at tables. See, you know me. You're going to sit me at a table with a bunch of people I don't know? I'm not going to say anything.
It's only happened to us a couple of times. Most of the time, we know at least a few other people there, so we get sat at their table, which is ideal.
Yeah.
And we have such a big family that if our whole family is invited, we take our own table. So it's all good.
Yeah.
But in the few instances that we've had to sit with other people, it is incredibly awkward because you're like, oh, how do you know? Do you know the bride or the groom?
Okay.
Right. And then you've got to start with this chit chat that just nobody wants.
What do you do? It doesn't matter.
Right.
Text message, brides and bridezillas I hate at weddings.
We had one of those too.
Text message, paying for them. I have 5 daughters. Money sign, money sign, money sign, money sign.
Holy crap.
God bless you. God bless you, sir.
Yeah, that's expensive.
That adds up, doesn't it? Good Lord. Oh, my God, the top rope. And being forced to tolerate extreme conditions. Guests can get sunburn on shade-free beaches or shiver in October wind, getting attacked by bees. I have been to the summer wedding with bees.
I was stung as a flower girl at a wedding by bees.
Yeah.
They went up my dress.
Not good.
And I wigged. I was like 6.
Dude, I get it. I mean, the outdoor wedding looks great on paper.
Yeah.
But you don't know what the weather's going to be that day. And right here on today's hit music, Q92. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to the Q92 Rage Room like we do every Tuesday. You got something that's been a craw on your side, you know what I mean? A pain in your arse. Something you want to get off your chest. We're going to let you do that in the 8 o'clock hour. We do it every Tuesday. It's called the Rage Room. We play loud rock music, and we all bitch about things that would make us mad.
It's fun. You should try it.
That's in the 8 o'clock hour. Also in the 8 o'clock hour, tickets to the Black Keys at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse on October 12th. We're giving that away. And around 8:30, right after sports in the 8 o'clock hour, Mark Johnson's agreed to come on with us, not only on the show here, but also be able to watch him live on video on Facebook, YouTube, and X, where the show is live right now until 10 o'clock. And he's going to talk about this afternoon. What can we expect? What's real? What's hype? We'll let the expert tell you. So we care about you guys that much in weather days like this that we say, hey, can we get an expert on?
Yeah.
And the expert's like, yeah. Plus, we missed him yesterday.
Yeah.
And we got to get an eclipse update, too.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark Johnson at 8:30. We were talking about earlier in the hour, just while we had like 3 minutes, about how everyone's remaking movies, rebooting everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just read, did you see a Roadhouse did pretty good on Amazon?
Really?
The remake with Gyllenhaal, you know that one.
Oh, yes. Well, that's why it did
Swift
well.
wrote a song about.
Yes.
I thought everyone would hate him because of that.
10-minute song to boot.
A 10-minute song.
Wasn't just any song.
About him in a damn sweater.
Yeah.
The reboot.
Scarf. But yeah.
It was a scarf. You're right. I'm sorry.
Well, I know I'm right.
No, I know. That's why I was like, I didn't even. Normally, I'd like to argue all day. I was like, no, you're right. The reboot of Roadhouse clocked 50 million plus viewers on Prime Video over its first 2 weekends, according to Amazon. That is the record for any original movie they've ever produced at Amazon Prime. They've never made their own movie that streamed that much in 2 weekends. So how about Roadhouse? Setting the standard over at Amazon Prime. I might watch it.
I don't know.
I might watch it.
I wish they would just stop, though, because I didn't think Mean Girls was nearly as good as the original.
Well, it couldn't be.
I mean, I'm not into, but Beetlejuice 2 is coming out.
I'm
just
scared for that.
leave Beetlejuice alone. It's such a classic.
I'm scared for Beetlejuice too. And I know everyone's back, and I think it's great that if you were going to do it, I would say only if you could get, they're trying to do a Happy Gilmore too.
I know.
I'm like, guys, how are you going to
Well, that's why I told you.
That was
Shooter McGavin tweeted that picture of Adam Sandler dressed like a bum, and he's like,
Yeah.
he's not beating me the second time around.
I'm just like, no, guys, some things are too great. They were just too perfect.
I mean-
Roadhouse is one of the with
I'm just saying, Roadhouse, Jake Gyllenhaal got ripped for it, and I think that's why it did well at the box office. I'm just saying.
surprised the Swifties allowed that to happen. I would have thought they would have stopped him from.
Oh,
any
they're not
success.
watching movies like
Roadhouse.
no.
But you saw the original, right?
Yeah, with married to or with I should say Kate Hudson's mom. Oh my gosh, Goldie Hawn. Wasn't Kurt Russell in it? In Roadhouse?
Are you serious?
Oh God, no! It was Patrick Swayze.
Yes. And I feel like you owe him an apology.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Patrick.
Wow. Kurt Russell and wow.
I don't know why I had him in.
The great Patrick Swayze.
Okay, in my defense, they both have the sandy hair, and I figure it out eventually. Just give me a second.
That is Patrick Swayze was a gift.
Yes, he was. He really was.
The Outsiders, Dirty
Oh.
Dancing, Ghost.
Think about all the stars.
Roadhouse.
Hold on, back up to The Outsiders really quick. Think how star-studded that movie was.
There's a few. Ralph Macchio
Oh my goodness.
before Karate Kid, correct?
Oh yeah, long before.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right, 8 o'clock hour coming up. Go watch Roadhouse on Amazon Prime. Or if you did you like it?
Or The Outsiders.
It's Q92. Just joining us, we were talking last hour, middle of last hour, about my not daughter sets like 5 alarms to go off from 6 a.m. to like 6:50. She wakes up, sets the next one, tries to go back to sleep. Sets the next one, goes back to sleep, et cetera, et cetera.
This continues for an hour.
I found that idiotic. Not her, it.
The process.
The process. We had a big discussion last night. She said, I just don't get it.
You don't?
I'm an old head or whatever. But I don't get it.
Is that what she called you?
No, that's what I call
Oh.
myself. So I'm like, why would you not just sleep that 50 minutes of full sleep? That's an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
You don't get it. You don't get it. And that's not her voice, but that's what I'll use from now on. You don't get it. You don't get it. Lauren just sets a normal alarm. You have one backup, oh crap alarm.
Yeah, but it's like 30 minutes later. It's not.
I set an alarm. I have one snooze that's like 5 minutes after that. I have my alarm, the loudest volume, the most annoying noise you can have. Jake is also a little bit of a multi-alarm guy now. Are you still that way now, Jake?
No, I'll say like one or two.
One or
Yeah.
two, and you're good to go. Yeah. So we had a couple phone calls. A lady called in her 30s. She said, I'm in my 30s, and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
She sets like multiple alarms. And one of the reasons my not daughter said she does this is because she won't wake up as angry.
Yeah, she's gently waking herself up. I think it's the healthiest, wisest use of time? No. But I understand her logic and
Well,
that,
a lot of you, we had 2 phone calls, and we had a lady who said she's a psych major,
Mhm.
and studies have shown that actually is worse, and you get less sleep, and you'll be more tired and more irritable.
Yeah.
And that checks out with the not daughter. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So, a lot of you text. Let's read some of them. See what you guys do. Mine goes off every 5 minutes from 6:20 to 6:40.
Every how many minutes?
5 minutes. So you could have slept that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I do that system too. It gradually wakes you up, and when it's finally ready for you to get up, I don't feel as groggy.
See, it works for some
Nuts.
people.
I'm 38. I set my alarms just like her, crying, laughing emoji. I'm a mom of 3 kids, ages 15, 11, and 8. I'm 33, and I do that sometimes. She sent in a screenshot. She has an alarm at 5:30, 6, 6:15, and 6:30. You guys, you could be sleeping.
Angela on Facebook says, I have one alarm only. I can barely stand to hear it once, much less it going off multiple times.
Absolute. I have 5 alarms set 6 minutes apart. The last alarm having a total different sound. My God, a lot of these people do this. The not daughter's correct. You gradually waking up a little bit more with each alarm.
You better tell her to go back and watch this segment on YouTube so she can hear how many listeners have her back.
Just joining us, we were talking last hour, middle of last hour about my not daughter sets like 5 alarms to go off from 6 a.m. to like 6:50. She wakes up, sets the next one, tries to go back to sleep. Sets the next one, goes back to sleep, et cetera, et cetera.
This continues for an hour.
I found that idiotic. Not her, it.
The process.
The process. We had a big discussion last night. She said, I just don't get it.
You don't?
I'm an old head or whatever, but I don't get it.
Is that what she called you?
No, that's what I call myself. So I'm like, why would you not just sleep that 50 minutes of full sleep? That's an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
You don't get it. You don't get it. And that's not her voice, but that's what I'll use from now on. You don't get it. You don't get it. Lauren just sets a normal alarm. You have one backup, oh crap alarm.
Yeah, but it's like 30 minutes later.
I set an alarm. I have one snooze that's like 5 minutes after that. I have my alarm, the loudest volume, the most annoying noise you can have. Jake is also a little bit of a multi-alarm guy now. Are you still that way now, Jake?
No, I'll say like 1 or 2.
1 or 2 and you're good to go. Yeah. So we had a couple phone calls. A lady called in her 30s. She said, I'm in my 30s and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
She sets like multiple alarms. And one of the reasons my not daughter said she does this is because she won't wake up as angry.
Yeah, she's gently waking herself up. Do I think it's the healthiest, wisest use of time? No. But I understand her logic and that, you know.
A lot of you, we had 2 phone calls, and we had a lady who said she's a psych major, and studies have shown that actually is worse, and you get less sleep, and you'll be more tired and more irritable.
Yeah.
And that checks out with the not daughter, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So, a lot of you text. Let's read some of them. See what you guys do. Mine goes off every 5 minutes from 6:20 to 6:40.
Every how many minutes?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you could have slept that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I do that system too. It gradually wakes you up, and when it's finally ready for you to get up, I don't feel as groggy.
See, it works for some.
8:05 right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on your radio at Q92radio.com, and you can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Glad you're with us. Hope you're having a good start to your Tuesday. Coming up this hour a little later on, tickets to the Black Keys at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Going to kick off the Rage Room here in a second, and around 8:30. Mark Johnson, News Channel 5, going to be joining us on the radio and on the live video stream. And he's going to tell us what's real, what we can really expect. You know, not just here in Canton, but our Dover, New Philly listeners, our Mahoning County listeners, Youngstown, our Columbiana County listeners, our Akron listeners, what you guys can expect from this weather that we might be getting here today. So, we got a lot going on this hour.
We do. Before we get started, though, I think my nephew's in the car, so I just have to say happy birthday, Nicholas.
Happy birthday, Nicholas. Eat cake. You deserve cake on your birthday. Everyone does.
Yeah, tell your mom to spoil you tonight with cake. We're going to celebrate with him on Sunday.
Get marble cake.
I don't think he's a marble cake guy. He doesn't like chocolate.
Oh,
He's weird. Sorry, Nicholas. Happy birthday, but you're weird.
That's different. I just ate my Daffin's chocolate egg yesterday that Jamie got me for Easter.
Do you know what I had? I had like 4 bites of white chocolate, the bunny ears off of my white chocolate bunny yesterday after dinner.
God. It's just awful.
So good.
White chocolate.
Delicious.
Lauren, were you thinking about the movie Overboard?
Oh, I bet you it was.
You were.
Is that where she gets like amnesia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I considered Roadhouse, but watched Beautiful Boy and cried. Everyone should watch this if they are or know someone struggling with addiction. I don't think I could see Steve Carell in a serious role, but he was great.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Still should watch Roadhouse. Someone wants to know. Hold on. Does Jake get scared of thunderstorms? Jake, your thoughts on thunderstorms?
I kind of like thunderstorms.
If you saw a funnel cloud, have you ever seen one?
Not really. Not up close.
I'm gonna not lie and say I've seen one. It didn't touch down, but I saw it the rotation. I've never been more scared of my life.
I would sit there for a minute, but then I would go.
Okay.
Take shelter.
We all know I went from being absolutely petrified to just enamored now. Like I'm like Jake, I'd be outside.
Yeah.
Even with the sirens going off, trying to see something.
Now, to be fair, would I be just as scared now? I don't know, because I was younger. I was a teenager because it was I remember my dad pointing it out. My dad's been gone 22 years. Yeah, 22 years.
My dad taught me a lot about how to like judge weather just by looking like what to look for. So I'm grateful he taught me that. So I kind of, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna kind of expert, but there's things I can tell and look.
I get nervous when it gets still.
That is a sign.
Or like if the sky starts turning and it's not sunset, like different shades of orange and purple.
New Roadhouse is okay. Got bored and walked away from it. Well, then it must not have been okay then.
I watched Interstellar last night. I told Christian this. So if you don't want to watch a remake and you just want to watch a really good movie, watch Interstellar. Matthew McConaughey's in it, ladies, and he looks good.
Yeah.
He does.
No, I've told you I love that movie. I love that. I love the Martian. The other space movie I love, The Martian.
I've never seen that.
I
told you off of Interstellar, I got Armageddon and Apollo 13 vibes. Like they were just bits and pieces from.
Apollo 13 was great.
That is literally one of my all-time favorite movies.
That's a great movie. And the fact that happened and those astronauts and those people working at NASA got those guys home is nothing short of a miracle. You talk about the most genius people in the world.
Yeah.
That
Smartest
figured
people
out
in the room, for sure.
what they had to do to get those astronauts home. If you don't know that story, you should. Watch the movie, but just know it happened in real life. I mean, it's a movie, so some things are Hollywooded, obviously. But if you read up.
Yeah, but there are certain things in it that are seated in truth. Like Gene Kranz, who was in the command center, his wife always made him a vest for every launch that he would wear the whole time he was in mission control. And they do that in the movie, and that is true to form. That's something that really happened.
Crazy. That movie was that was a good movie. Rage Room. Start setting in that rage. What's ticking you off? I see some already in the text line. We'll get to it here shortly. It's Jelly Roll Need a Favor on Q.
I only talk to God when I
If I could get an interview with that kid, I would love to hear his side of the story.
Do we even know like what state or what kind of church or?
I mean, if I did like a deep dive, I probably could find out.
I punched him in the chest as hard as I crumpled the kid.
But I don't know.
He was like.
But there's a kid walking around that got slugged in the chest by his pastor because he wasn't taking God serious. And I'd love to hear his side. We heard the other guy's side. We heard the pastor's side. Well, there's two sides to every story.
There is.
My question is, what the hell did what?
Well, like how long ago too? Like, is this kid now like in his 30s and he's got a family and he's like, yeah, I was a jerk. Like, you know.
I just would love to speak with him, and get his side of the story and hear what he has to say.
I'd be interested.
And if he enjoys the fact that there's a pastor out there talking about how he got crumpled.
Day youth group, and he was just trying to push my buttons, and he was just kind of not taking the Lord serious. And I went bam. I punched him in the chest as hard as I crumpled the kid. I just crumpled him. And I leaned over and I said, Ben, when are you going to stop playing games with God? I led that man to the Lord right there.
He goes on. I think the last thing of the clip, he says, sometimes you're going to need to do that. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What verse was that in the Bible?
Right.
Love thy neighbor, crumple the kids. I'm like, no, I don't think that's what he said. I don't believe that's what the Corinthians read about. But if you're out there, buddy, I'm sorry. If I could get an interview with that kid, I would love to hear his side of the story.
Do we even know like what state or what kind of church or?
I mean, if I did like a deep dive, I probably could find out.
I punched him in the chest as hard as I crumpled the kid.
But I don't know.
He was like.
But there's a kid walking around that got slugged in the chest by his pastor.
What are you doing right now exactly? You look like I don't even know what. You have a second to pop over to Facebook, YouTube, or X. You look so weird. You look like you're getting ready to go like scuba diving, like a wetsuit.
Oh, how cool would that be?
Look at it, doesn't it? Like, you know how they put the hood up?
Yeah, it does look like a wetsuit.
We're looking for the Titanic. We'll be back.
That or what's that one where they would drop them? Oh, what is Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it? He was he went down.
A great movie.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they would like put the big helmet on.
Men of Honor?
Maybe.
Medal of Honor? Something honor. Rage Room, families that play favoritism, but then call the kettle black for other family members when they believe that they are also doing it for their own kids. Family favoritism. Sucks. I feel bad for my brother and sister.
You're on a roll today. You know
really
your sister's listening.
I really do. They know I'm the best one. If there's one shining star of the children, they know who it was. They know it wasn't them. To the guy that passed me as soon as the railroad crossing bar goes up, how can you assume I'm not also late for work and in a hurry, asshat? Now listen, I'm for name calling as long as I can say it on the radio.
I wish I could be like, you know how they do the NFL mic'd up? I am like the worst. I need one of those for on days when I'm running late or someone's driving stupid, like close to me. My kids make fun of me all the time.
Asshat does not get used enough.
Your sister said I need to take your booze away.
Booze. The Zoa. Rage Room, this country not having a law for maternity leave and having to go back to work too soon because you can't afford not to. Give it the times, USA. Rage Room.
Yeah, you better sad.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's the hardest thing to go back to work and leave your baby the first time.
It's not easy.
Especially when you're not ready yet. You know what I mean? Like when you're not physically healed completely or, just, you're like lactating. And I only say that because it's a thing. Like, even if you're not breastfeeding, like you leak for a while.
Yeah. Older you get. Yeah. We're like old faucets when we get older. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about new moms.
I know. I'm talking about wieners. There's that old saying, you can wiggle, you can jiggle, you can do a little dance. The last 3 drops end up in your pants.
Yeah, that's gross.
You ever hear that, Jake?
Only from you.
Oh, well, there you go, dude.
But you have said it before.
Well, take it with you and use it in life.
Oh, I have already.
Have you done it?
Oh,
Yeah. And I repeat it to other people, and then everybody else knows what I'm talking about. I'm like, well,
because they've already all heard it. They're like,
No.
yeah. Oh, they haven't?
They haven't heard it.
Oh. I see. I've heard it.
Just trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
If you swallow chewing gum, it will.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
All right, a risk for severe thunderstorms later on today during the evening hours. Damaging winds and large hail, the main threat here. Even an isolated tornado. Otherwise, you get an isolated shower, a thunder shower during the day. A high 68 degrees. Stay alert. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
I've been to weddings where I wasn't allowed to bring a date.
And that to me is wrong.
I didn't like that. I felt, to be honest, I mean, I love that I was there, but I was mad.
We had that happen last summer.
I wasn't mad. I just felt dumb. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I wasn't mad. I get it. You have rules. There's a budget. I just felt dumb.
My nephew is 25 years old and was invited to a wedding that we were all invited to as well. And he has a girlfriend. And they didn't just start dating.
Yeah.
And she was not included on the invitation. It was to the point where we had to like speak up and be like, if you want him there, he's bringing her.
Yeah. Like I said, I understand you paper plate. I understand there's a but. So I get. Again, I wasn't mad. I don't even remember.
Didn't plan for that.
I don't even remember whose wedding it was.
Don't be a rude dude. Plan for it and make sure that you can accommodate things.
What's funny though, if I'm remembering this right, I don't think I got that I didn't have a +1. I think I asked someone to go and I had a date and I had to call her back and be like, you can't come. It was probably me. I probably read it wrong.
Oh boy.
Because the thing didn't say.
Still embarrassing.
Plus guest.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, that wedding I asked you to.
You're waking up with Christian and Lauren on your favorite live and local station, Q92.
Streaming online at Q92radio.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook, YouTube, and X.
.821 right here on today's Hit Music. It is Q92, about 10 minutes away from Look at Sports. And Mark Johnson, News Channel 5, will be joining us live to talk about the weather later on today and what we can expect in our area. But it is Tuesday. It's the 8 o'clock hour. So Q92 Rage Room is in effect. Text message. Let's go there and kick it off. Rage Room, when people drive in the left lane and don't go, move your ass over. Yeah. We know we are speeding. We don't care. Move over. And it's raining. It's not snow. Go. Well,
I feel your pain. I had that problem this morning.
I get some people are hesitant in rain, but just get over.
Listen.
Get over the right lane. Now, I don't like when you ride someone's ass in the right lane.
Yeah, no.
They're in the right lane.
Right.
Yeah, they're in the right lane. You can't be mad because someone's going slow in the slow lane.
Right. No, they're where they should be. You need to go around them and continue on. This morning, for whatever reason, this truck felt the need to only go like 40 miles an hour in a 55. We all have a rule. The people that travel together, for the most part, I travel with really good people that know that you go 60 miles an hour and we all go and move along at a decent clip. Everybody gets to where they need to go safely and the flow of traffic does not get impeded until said person this morning decided to join our commute to work and got in the way. And that is irritating.
I love it. I love traffic stuff sometimes. It's funny. We lose our crap over traffic.
We really do.
Well, as humans, we lose our gourd.
We don't have patience anymore. But you know what? I actually do have rage. Something that happened yesterday on my way home from here. I got on 62.
What?
And someone was
that
very funny. Someone was hauling like those trailers that you tow like behind your truck to put like yard clippings, blah blah blah.
Bodies.
Two huge pieces of wood came flying off of it and rolling across 62.
Oh,
right.
That's not funny.
So obviously their stuff wasn't very secure.
Called bungee cord.
And when I say huge, I'm talking like the square post that you see some people use like for decking, like for what are they called, footers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like that, only they were chopped down, so they were like a huge square, but they were like this big. They almost reminded me of like Lincoln log bricks, like falling off the.
Loved Lincoln logs.
Me too.
Are they still around?
I mean, we
Do
have
kids
some.
not play them anymore because they're not on a tablet?
My son loved Lincoln logs.
Fun fact: I used to make Lincoln logs, and then my GI Joes would live in them and fight Cobra from them. And then sometimes Cobra would shoot a rocket, and knock him down.
Yeah.
During the battles.
You had the green roofs.
Oh, I love Lincoln logs.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Lincoln logs, underrated toy. Multiple uses as well. Text message, water bottles, and now some cans that are so thin you can't open them without shooting water everywhere. Some of them are so thin you can hardly drink from them. Rage.
That is true.
An original one. I like
It
that
is,
one. I like
yeah.
that one. Usually they're all about traffic. I like that one. My rage for today is when you ask your kids something and they straight up look you in the face and lie to you, and then you tell them that you caught them in a lie, and they keep still lying to you. Rage teenagers. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they can maintain a lie for a long time.
I've been trolling the Not daughter for a good month, and she still tries to stick by her story that she really didn't know her boyfriend was going to the same spring break she was going to, and they were going to see each other without her mother or I anywhere near her.
Mm-hmm.
She claimed she knew he might be going, but wasn't sure. And I would, because I love that game. I love it. That's a joy for me as a parent, calling out a teenager and just like troll it. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you want me to believe, I go, that your boyfriend and you have had zero conversation about being at spring break? It never came up. You were clueless. I was like, that's what you are expecting me to believe. I go, am I right? I said I heard he was gonna go. I didn't know for sure he was gonna go, and if I brought it up, you guys would be mad. I go, you know what makes us more mad? Keeping it from us.
Yeah.
I was like, so of course, and then for the last 2 weeks, I've been like, did you know her boyfriend's going? She didn't know. She had no idea her boyfriend was going to spring break with her.
I don't know,
They never talk.
I might have been like, you're not going.
Well, that's where
I know you don't get to make
I'm
that
not
call.
I'm not the actual father.
But I'm a jerk like that. Like, my kids know. Like, you lie to
listen.
me and I find out, it's
Listen.
not good.
Trust me, Jimmy is my blood.
Yeah.
Jimmy will.
Yeah.
Jimmy will. I was raised by JW. You will.
Yeah.
You are JW too, but you will learn about JW1.
Yeah.
When
The
I
OG.
act like my father, because that ain't.
Yeah.
I ain't cool with that.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, you'd had a much better chance. I was like, whatever, but I was like, you had a much better chance of us being understanding if you'd have come from day one.
Oh my gosh, Christian.
And brought us
I
that.
just had this conversation with my kids. I'm like, the more open and honest that you are with me about what you're doing, who you're with, and where you're at, the more I'm going to actually let you go do that, because I'm going to feel like you're not doing something you shouldn't be because you're being open and honest with me.
Yep.
Yep. We totally just had that conversation last week.
I also kept making her do things with Jimmy all week last week.
Well, just to remind
Yeah.
her.
Did I tell you this yesterday already? Am I repeating myself?
You told
Oh,
me,
never
but you
mind.
didn't say it on air.
No, I brought Jimmy upstairs. I left Jimmy upstairs with her in her room for like an hour, and I heard him like having fun playing. I kept hearing her go, Jimmy, no, Jimmy, no, Jimmy, no, no, stop, Jim.
Yeah.
I was like, is that fun? You having fun?
Right.
Just a reminder.
I got to tell you.
We went to church. I was like, hey, put Jimmy in the car seat.
Yeah.
Put Jimmy in the car. Is that fun? You having fun?
Right.
Think about that.
Because he's fighting you?
Think about that in
Good
Florida.
times, right?
Think about that in Florida.
Exactly.
I just kept making her do stuff with the baby.
No, my sister is 8 years older than me, and she had a baby when I was in middle school. And let me tell you, that was the best form of birth control because he lived with us.
I think for her it is because she hears the crying at night.
Yeah.
She hears me up or Jamie up with the baby at 2 a.m.
For sure.
And I got to get up at 4, and Jamie's got to get up and work all day. Like,
yeah.
She hears it.
Mm-hmm.
But I made sure there was extra time with the baby.
Yeah.
You having fun?
Right.
Is that fun saying Jimmy no?
Casual reminder, this is the consequence of
All
that.
right. Have fun. Another one here. So pissed off on the text line that says, I'm a home health nurse, already completely drenched and my feet are soaked. Fun times.
Oh.
Mama nurse. Let me tell you something.
That sucks.
Getting drenched is one thing. Wet socks
Is so much worse.
The worst. Wet socks are awful.
This is what you need to do. You need to stop by Tractor Supply today. They have rain boots for like $15, $20. Get yourself a good pair of rain boots so when you're going in and out of the houses, you can save your socks and your feet. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That sucks.
No, thank you for what you do. But yeah, today,
Yes.
folks, it's going to be wet today.
Yeah, all day.
All day.
Literally. Well, we're going to have a little bit of a clearing and as this warm front approaches, and that's kind of what's going to fuel tonight's activity. So,
Matter of fact, coming up next after Blink 182 and sports, Mark Johnson's going to be joining us from News Channel 5. We're going to talk about this weather today. He's agreed to come on and talk about it with us. And, of course, we'll talk about the coming eclipse as well. That's all coming up. Right now, it's Blink 182. What's my age again on Q? Listen,
yeah, you got any tips for that?
that one's a really tough one. You're in a pickle. You're in a pickle. I've already helped you survive a helicopter crash,
Oh my God.
a car crash, and I've helped you survive an elevator crash. A parachute, I mean, it might be time to accept your fate. What I would do...
You really don't have it. Okay.
What I would do, and this is not going to be easy, depending on where you jumped out of the airplane, I would look for trees, okay? I would do research on what you can do to like make yourself go like a little bit like the Rocketeer, like go across.
Chest in the air, arms back.
You know what I mean? Look for a tree, and now you're going to have to time it perfect, and you're probably going to get a splinter.
You think?
You're going to want to...
You're going to get a tree branch up your rear end. You're going to be a human skewer.
Hey, it'll still stop you. So you're going to want to grab onto the tree as you hit it. You got to grab onto it, all right, in hopes that stops your momentum. And if you grab it correctly, you'll, be stuck on the tree till someone comes to survive you. Now, you'll probably be bruised. I guarantee you'll feel it tomorrow. But then even if you fall down the tree, as you fall down, grab branches to break the momentum of your fall. All right? Now, if it's over water, doesn't open again, pencil. You know what I mean? But you might, the hit to the water could hurt.
What is wrong with you?
But that's what I would do. I would look to try to angle your body as you're falling, something with a tree to where you could try to grab on as you go by it to break that momentum. If nothing else, you might break the momentum and maybe be really hurt, but survive.
And your spine.
Sure. Sure. So there you go.
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
The Guardians lost to the Mariners last night 5-4. They're now 3-2 on the season. The Guardians will play Seattle again tonight at 9:40. Shane Bieber will be on the mound for the Guardians. The Cleveland Cavaliers are back in action tonight as well as they are in Utah to take on the Jazz. 9 o'clock is tip-off. The Cavaliers 45-30 on the season. And finally, in women's college basketball, the Final Four is all set. Iowa, UConn, South Carolina, and NC State will be playing for a chance to advance to the national championship later on this week. That's a look at sports right here on today's hit music, Q92. Oh my God.
And then the dinosaurs come back.
There's two things I believe in.
I know.
And I'll say it again. Before I leave this earth, if I live a normal, expected life, anything can happen. I could walk out of here today, get hit by a car. I understand that. No one's promised anything.
Right.
But if I live a normal human life expectancy, I believe I will see a dinosaur brought back before. We're about to bring back the mammoth. We're bringing back the mammoth right now.
The
With
woolly
mammoth
one?
DNA and elephant DNA, they're bringing it back.
It won't be the same.
It's going to be damn close.
But it won't be the same.
They're bringing back the woolly mammoth.
And what if something goes awry? And now that woolly mammoths start what if
Well,
it's like
we have-
gremlins? They get wet, they multiply,
Because
and then we get attacked by them.
We have the weaponry to take down a mammoth. Like back in the day, I had to I'm got a loincloth on. I'm throwing a pebble in it, trying to stop it. You know what I mean? I'm grabbing a stick. Like we could drop missiles on it. Like we could kill a mammoth. It's not like before the Stone Age. Like shoo. You know what I mean?
How big are mammoths?
Away mammoths. Bigger. They're huge. They're bigger than elephants.
Well, that's-
Around elephant size, maybe bigger.
That's what I'm saying. And you think we could kill them?
You don't think we could kill a mammoth with our weapons?
They're probably faster than elephants.
They're not bulletproof.
Okay, but I'm talking about the government can't be there for every mammoth if they multiply like that. So
we have more weapons
what,
than
are you going to
people
use your
in this country.
BB gun to scare it off?
No, but you just call the cops or the military. They can blow the thing up with a missile.
If it doesn't kill you first.
8:34 right here on today's hit music Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on your radio, streaming at Q92radio.com. And of course, you can watch along on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Brought to you this hour of the video stream by our friends at Kimball. Thank you to Kimball. You can see their beautiful logo on the video stream right now of the morning show. You might want to head over to the video stream right now if you like, because kind enough to join us here this morning on the live video stream, Mark Johnson, News Channel 5. Obviously, if you guys have been following social media and everything over the last 24 hours, man, has there been a lot of news out there about storms and a situation that could be developing this afternoon. So I reached out to Mark, and he was kind enough to come join us today and give us a lowdown from an expert, from the real guy that knows what's going on. So, Mark, first of all, thank you for joining us and talking to the Q92 listeners about this for a couple minutes today.
My pleasure, everybody. My pleasure. What a crazy weather week it's going to be. Of course, you've got the eclipse coming in on Monday, but before then, you've got strong to severe storms tonight. You've got potential for flooding rains again all the way through Wednesday. Then you got a little bit of snow coming our way by the weekend, plus the Pittsburgh Pirates are 5-0. I mean, this is like the 5 of the 7 signs of the apocalypse here.
It is amazing to hear you say severe storms and snow in the same.
Yeah.
And again, welcome to Ohio, right?
Welcome to spring in Ohio. Now, I will say this. The severe weather threat has shifted a little bit farther south, but that really only impacts the greater Cleveland area and farther north. The city of Canton, Dover, Philly, even Akron are all on the edge of the moderate risk. Canton's actually in the moderate risk, right on the line for moderate and enhanced. But suffice it to say, the threat is on the table for everything, every kind of severe weather. Tornado risk is there. We got about a 10% to 15% chance.
Wow.
And now that doesn't sound like a lot out of a 100% chance, but when you get into that 15% range for a tornado, that is, as far as meteorology goes, very, very high. So keep that in mind. Also, a severe wind threat is moderate to high today for Stark County and Point South, and there's even a hail threat for Stark County and mainly Point South. So the timing of this looks to be about 7 to 9 p.m.-ish. It's moved up just a little bit. It's still within my range of 7 to 11, but right now it looks like 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is when the strongest storms are going to hit.
Do you think there's a flooding risk as well for some areas around here?
Yeah, we've already seen some flooding to the west of us. Holmes County under a flood warning right now. We've got other counties that have had some flooding issues. Tuscarawas County is going to have some. So we're going to be doggone close. And when you get any type of strong to severe storm coming in, it could drop an inch of rain on you like that. So at least there's a flash flooding threat as well. So you got all 4 on the board, folks. Just pay attention, stay connected. I'll be on Facebook. If Q92 wants some coverage, we'll be able to provide that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be sharing some of your updates, Mark. And if you want to follow Mark directly, you can also do that on Facebook at Mark J. Weather. That is your new page, right?
Yeah, I got a new expanded page that allows me to reach more folks. So we'll be doing a lot more on that. And, we'll be telling everybody where to go when the time comes. Because, of course, I feel like we'll be on Facebook Live for part of the evening, maybe even some live coverage on our TV station as well, kind of simulcast.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question. I had heard with this that we could expect, obviously, the wind. The wind is a threat that almost everybody could see, correct? Whether or not there's tornadoes or anything like that. They had mentioned specifically straight line wind. Can you tell people what that is? Because I've always been kind of confused as to what it is, but I know it can cause damage.
Well, straight line winds can be just as strong as a tornado, on the lower end tornado scale. But you can have 70, 80, 90, 100 mile an hour straight line winds. They're not the twisting tornadic winds, which are concentrated in a smaller area. You can have a widespread, like squall line of straight line winds that are just all blowing in the same direction. And they can produce, tree damage, power line damage, property damage, things like that. So straight line winds all go in the same direction. They're all pointed the same way. It's like a wall of high winds that just blow through everything. Tornadic winds are, of course, that funnel cloud that touches down over a quarter mile, half mile wide area and then just churns up everything. But straight line winds can be just as damaging.
Gotcha. So definitely the message of the day is keep yourself alert and informed. You can do that with Mark Johnson. Tune in to Channel 5 for any, obviously, coverage on TV. Follow his Facebook page because you are excellent about providing updates, and tie all your things down. Maybe put the basketball hoop, already lay it back into the grass if you have a portable. Bring the basketball hoop down, take those trash cans in.
Unless you want to go get your trampoline out of the neighbor's yard.
Oh, ours got last storm.
Tie your trampoline down, tie your kids down. Better yet, bring them in the house. Pets too.
Yeah.
But
we're not often in a moderate risk. I always say this: when we get put in a moderate risk, it gets your attention. But the risk itself, it tells me something. But I tell you what, we've had some of our worst severe weather outbreaks in much smaller risks, like marginal risks and slight risks. So, to me, the risk is, it causes me to pay very, very close attention to specific areas where the risk is highest. But suffice it to say, to you, it doesn't really matter. Slight risks can bring us the worst weather, just like a moderate risk. But in this case, we're in a moderate risk. So again, we all pay attention, and just between 7 and 9 or 10, just make sure the kids are all right, and text your friends and family, let them know what's coming.
You know what I always do, just to ask a weather guy a weather question, I always thought, as the days get, into the night, and the sun goes down, because a lot of times that's what feeds energy to these storms. But in this case, it looks like that's not really going to, is there a chance that's going to take down the energy of these storms, or they got too much already?
Well, always, when the sun goes down, you lose the sunlight energy, which causes, convection, rising air. But in this case, the dynamics of the low pressure and the frontal boundaries themselves are enough to produce the spin and the wind damage and the heavy rain and the hail without the super need for a lot of sunshine to bake the air like you would in midsummer. You oftentimes in midsummer get hot weather, muggy weather, you get explosive thunderstorm growth, and then when the sun goes down, you lose that energy and the storms fade. But in this case, the system itself has enough energy to produce the severe weather without the sun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, we appreciate you giving us that update. We have to ask about another update too, because I think it's on everybody's minds. And as I was watching the forecast last night, we also touched on the forecast for the solar eclipse.
Yes.
What do we know? We understand we are still 6 days out.
Yeah, 6 days out, a lot of time. And again, I've got some eyes on computer guidance products. And right now there's about 3 of them that are seeing this thing. And when you put them all together, you get some cloud cover on April 8th. It looks like we're going to be dry, which is good news. It looks like we're going to be warm with temps in the 60s. And Canton is right on the edge of totality. You've got about 99.5% totality, which isn't quite total darkness, but twilight. And right now, the blend of the 3 computer guidance products suggest that we have about a 65% cloud coverage for that afternoon. Now, that's more than you want, but that means there's still a chance. That means there's still a good shot that we'll have some views of the eclipse. And of course, 6 days out, the certainty isn't even 50% yet. Mm-hmm. So that also is positive news that things could change. But, consistency with what we're seeing over the past several days does suggest some cloud cover. It suggests dryness, and it suggests that we'll be in the 60s for highs.
I know you had mentioned on one of your reels that if we had this partial cloud cover, that we could all still be treated to kind of like as we're heading into totality and coming out of it, these beautiful colors in the sky. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, high thin cirrus clouds would be really, really cool. You'd still see the eclipse through the cirrus clouds, but also those clouds, as you mentioned, would kind of be colored like a sunset. As we go in toward totality and come out of it, you get the illuminated clouds around the eclipse with, oranges, reds, and yellows. So that is kind of a bonus if it's high, thin cirrus clouds. Now, if it's lower clouds, you get less and less color. And of course, the worst case scenario would be like today. You have a thick lower cloud deck where you're not going to see any of the sun. It's just going to get dark. It's just going to get, dark in about a minute and a half. And then you're going to go, oh, it must be the eclipse, and the birds will stop singing, and, 4 minutes later, it'll start to get light again.
Yeah.
There's an update. Mark, can't thank you enough. I don't know if you'll be able to join us Monday during the show or if you'll be busy doing new stuff.
Well, my call is at 8 a.m. In Mentor, so I've got to be on the spot at 8 a.m. But, it doesn't mean I'm going to have a ton to do, during the 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. hours. So I think I'll be able to join you that morning, and we'll be able to chat.
That's fantastic. Mark, thank you so much. On a day like this where we have some possible severe weather, we appreciate you coming on and giving our local listeners an idea of effect. And please follow this man on social media.
Absolutely. Mark J. Weather on Facebook.
He'll be going
Thank you very much. And the Pirates are 5-0. I mean, there's something going on.
Something is going on. Mark, thank you so much,
Thanks,
buddy.
Mark.
All right, Mark Johnson, News Channel 5. There's your update on the eclipse and the storms today. 7 to 10, he said.
Yeah.
When we got to pay attention.
Which I'm glad. I told you that gets the kids home from practice.
Yes.
Hopefully everybody's at home,
Absolutely. So still got Black Keys tickets to give away. That's coming up real soon, like real soon on Q92. What was it when I divorced on the text line? I spent $5,000 on sports cards after I got divorced.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I mean, I guess that's better than some of the other things you could have spent your money on after divorce. Won't those sports cards appreciate? Like if you ever wanted to sell your collection, maybe you could get some money back out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is really just a labor of love.
I feel like, can you get lucky and get a card? Oh my God, yes, absolutely. But to me, I feel like it should be more of take it as a hobby, not an investment.
Gotcha.
And then let the investment part surprise you. Like, oh my God, Tom Brady rookie card.
Holy cow, right.
But don't think like, oh my God, I bought a bunch of cards. I'm rich. Because I did that in the 90s, and I have nothing to show for it. Most young couples can't afford it right now after marriage. The big spending, yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
It could be. That's fair.
I feel like y'all just read the description of my ex-husband to a T, someone says on the text line. I don't know. Listen. There's a reason I get up every morning and read Women's Day. Sometimes they got some good stuff. I actually think that's a pretty impressive list. And I think that's a pretty good list.
I think it is
of
pretty
things
good.
that probably divorced guys all have in common. I do. I bet a lot of those things people probably, growing apart, doing boyish things with your money afterwards, in the end having some appreciation and missing that person, being shocked because again, we can be dumb. I guarantee you there are so many guys that got that their wife was like, I want a divorce, and they didn't see it coming at all.
I bet that's true probably too.
Oblivious.
Yeah, but us women can be horrible people too. I mean, I know women who have cheated and husband's oblivious and they go home and they're like, wow, we got to talk. And I'm sure it does blindside them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a horrible conversation to have.
But even if you've earned it, if you haven't treated your wife or husband, can you imagine the shock if you seriously were oblivious to have your husband or wife just say, I want a divorce?
That would be so devastating.
And mean it. And you truly were like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? That'd be insane.
It would be bad.
That would be insane. There is your cue to call. We got tickets to see the Black Keys at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse Saturday, October 12th. They could be yours. You just got to be calling number 10 right now. 330-450-9292. Caller 10, you'll be going to see the Black Keys. Good luck.
Have you ever in your life wanted to put a toe in your mouth?
A toe in my mouth?
Have you ever, other than maybe Jimmy's, to kiss them?
That is the cutest
thing. It is really cute.
That is the cutest thing in the world.
But an adult's toe, have you ever had the urge?
I don't hate feet. I'm not necessarily
Have you ever wanted to suck them, though?
I'm sure I have.
Suck a toe.
I'm sure I have.
Ugh.
I'm not boring, Lauren. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm not missionary only. Lights off.
You're so dumb.
All right, that is.
You're so dumb.
I'm not.
I have never.
And no talking. No talking.
Mm.
But there is a huge difference in that with two consenting adults and going into a stranger's hotel room.
I get it.
Sounds like the guy from Mr. Deeds that loved changing socks.
You know,
crazy.
I know you've always told me about the foot fetish and all that kind of stuff. We've had discussions off air about this.
Christian, no, don't lie on air. I'm just lie. No, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I was watching TikTok last night. It's so weird that this topic came up. And some lady, you know where they go up to people and they're like, all right, what's your name? What do you do for a living? How much do you make? And it'll be like a bunch of different professions in different cities, like, and how much they make. And the girl was like, I don't want to tell you. And she's like, why? When she asked her what she did for a living. She's like, I sell foot pictures and videos. And she's like, on OnlyFans? She's like, no, there's a website called Fun with Feet.
Or Foot Finder.
Well, it's called Fun with Feet, the one she was talking about. She's like, how much have you made this year? And she's like, I'm really close to $100,000. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So obviously the foot fetish obsession is a lot larger than any of us know or are willing to admit, obviously.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. It's a money maker. And it's not even, think about the girls on OnlyFans. You're not even doing that. You're just taking off a sock.
Yeah.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
All right, a risk for severe thunderstorms later on today during the evening hours. Damaging winds and large hail, the main threat here. Even an isolated tornado. Otherwise, you get an isolated shower, a thunder shower during the day. A high 68 degrees. Stay alert. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
Thank you for the call, Mr. Kim Bolton.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Good morning.
Yeah, I would be like, nope, not doing it. Someone, I need some more context on this. I did indoor skydiving at Virginia Beach. I fly.
Yeah.
Is the name of it. How the hell do you do indoor sky? That's not skydiving. That's just jumping.
No, they like you are literally levitating in air. There's like an undercurrent or something like that keeps you elevated into the air.
Oh, like those fake wave machines for surfing, where you surf, but like
kind of. Yeah, kind of.
I would do that because I know I'm not really falling from the sky.
Right.
It's just a bunch of air blowing me up. All right, I could try that. There you go. I could try that. Q92, hello, who's this?
This is Kevin.
Kevin, where are we calling from this morning?
Cuyahoga Falls.
All right, congratulations. You're caller number 10. You're the winner.
All right, nice.
Congratulations, Kevin. You just scored yourself a pair of tickets to see the Black Keys at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse on Saturday, October 12th. Tell everybody your favorite station that's making you a winner.
Q92.
Jake, do you ever play golf?
One time in my whole life.
Enjoy it?
Like not mini golf, like golf.
Golf. Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't the best time. I would go again just to drive the golf cart around, but
Isn't that the best?
yeah.
How about darts? You both play darts?
We used to in the basement when we were kids, but I haven't played darts in a minute.
Okay. Did you play any sports in high school?
I ran cross country 8th grade in the freshman year, and then I quit.
Why'd you quit?
I just didn't like running, and I also didn't like the booty shorts and the
booty shorts.
18 people showering at the same time in camp. It was a very
Jake's like, I'm out.
The hell camp
This
were
is
you
way
at?
Too much.
That's what
Jake,
happens
what
at cross
camp
country.
were you at?
That's what happens at the Jackson cross country camp. Ask anybody.
I don't want to. Wait.
Booty shorts and shower.
Booty
Community
shorts
shower.
and group showers? I mean, we had that for football.
The only time I ever
But that was
had-
after we played a football game. Everybody was dirty, muddy. They didn't have individual showers.
Wait, you guys all went in one big shower room?
Yeah.
Naked?
No, in scuba gear. Yeah, yes, naked. It was a shower.
Do you have that weird kid that had wandering eyes?
No, I got kicked out. Text message. Sounds like fun, Jake. Wait a minute now. I apparently I'm in the same club as Jake, but I wouldn't think cross country.
I know.
Well, it's like a competition. They want to see how many people can fit in the same shower together.
Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done. Forecast for Mark Johnson coming up on Q92. Jake, do you ever play golf?
One time in my whole life.
Enjoy it?
Like not mini golf, like golf.
Golf. Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't the best time. I would go again just to drive the golf cart around, but
Isn't that the best?
yeah.
How about darts? You both play darts?
We used to in the basement when we were kids, but I haven't played darts in a minute.
Okay. Did you play any sports in high school?
I ran cross country 8th grade in the freshman year, and then I quit.
Why'd you quit?
I just didn't like running, and I also didn't like the booty shorts and the
booty shorts.
18 people showering at the same time in camp. It was a very
Jake's like, I'm out.
The hell camp
This
were
is
you
way
at?
Too much.
That's what
Jake,
happens
what
at cross
camp
country.
were you at?
That's what happens at the Jackson cross country camp. Ask anybody.
I don't want to. Wait.
Booty shorts and shower.
Booty
Community
shorts
shower.
and group showers? I mean, we had that for football.
The only time I ever
But that
had-
was after we played a football game. Everybody was dirty, muddy. They didn't have individual showers.
Wait, you guys all went in one big shower room?
Yeah.
Naked?
No, in scuba gear. Yeah, yes, naked. It was a shower.
Do you have that weird kid that had wandering eyes?
No, I got kicked out. Text message. Sounds like fun, Jake. Wait a minute now. I apparently I'm in the same club as Jake, but I wouldn't think cross country.
I know.
Well, it's like a competition. They want to see how many people can fit in the same shower together.
Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done. Forecast for Mark Johnson coming up on Q92. Jake, do you ever play golf?
One time in my whole life.
Enjoy it?
Like not mini golf, like golf.
Golf. Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't the best time. I would go again just
Belle Delphine or Delphine, PH.
DELPHINE.
And she charges subscribers $28 a month. I don't know if that's lira or whatever the hell that sign is next to the money. It's not American dollars. To access her OnlyFans content. As a result of her huge online following, the social media star, whose real name is actually Mary Belle Kirshner, was able to buy her dream 8-bedroom home in the Sussex County side.
I mean,
she went viral when she started selling her bathwater for 24, whatever this increment is, a jar. To her
I found her.
You don't seem like you're that impressed by the physical look.
It's got to do with more. It's not somebody from Dasani that's buying these.
Oh.
Yeah.
She should be selling.
Or
looks like she sells cake.
Yeah,
if you're into that. Sounds like Jake's into it.
Hold on a second. More recently, she decided that she was kind of a little bit pixie.
Oh no, that's anime.
Yeah.
The anime stuff. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out at anime.
Cotton candy.
Anime. Why am I saying anime?
Oh gosh, we know Jake loves cotton candy.
Cotton candy machine. Jake, I feel like you're a little too happy about this girl right now. Are you a fan, Jake?
I mean, I only saw the no. I mean, no.
Yeah, right.
See, you lose me at anime or anime, whatever. Anime. You lose me at that. And I'm not. I don't know. I'm not into that. That stuff's weird.
You can email her for business inquiries.
Yeah, maybe she'll come to Pickle Fest.
This doesn't make any sense though, because she has 3.1 million followers. She's only posted 91 times.
But is that where they get the link to her?
Maybe.
A lot of times, don't they put that on their Instagram and stuff?
Sweet Lord.
You can get away with a lot on Instagram.
Obviously.
Well, ask Britney Spears.
True. But she always has
She's shirtless with her hands over her nips every day.
Okay, but they're covered.
If she's not dancing with knives.
Ew. Oh.
So anyway.
Further proof.
Of what anime? Yeah, she's.
It's not even anime. What's that called when they furries?
No,
furries is when you're full.
That's more of an e-girl.
A what girl?
I'm sorry. What?
E-girl. That's what they call them.
Go
Like
ahead.
internet girl. Like gamers. It's like a thing.
She has ears.
You think that's more of a video game?
It's more like a
girl?
role play.
She has furry ears.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that.
But I thought furry was full.
Yeah, I think it is.
You're like in a full bear suit.
Yeah, that's more like a role play e-girl type of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's like on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of girl be on Twitch.
Yeah.
All cute. Like, hi.
Yeah.
Thanks for the donation. Yeah, furries I see as someone dressed as like Teddy Ruxpin tackling you.
Promotions, things like that.
Probably didn't. You think you ever had a teacher that just didn't like you? I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't know if Mr. Belts didn't like me, but he certainly had no problem mispronouncing my name. He might not have liked me. He might have just thought, you know what? I don't like this kid.
I'm trying to think.
Jake, is there a teacher you think maybe didn't like you?
That was fast. Jeez.
Why don't you think they liked you?
Was there more than one?
No, it was a history teacher,
Oh, okay.
and he liked all the sports people because he was a baseball coach.
Gotcha.
And he did not like me, and he would always check our homework, but he would always just go over and glance to make sure you did it.
Yeah.
But every time he got to me, he would pick it up and thoroughly examine it to make sure that I did it. But everybody else was like, "Oh yeah, you're good, John. Mark, you're good. Jake, let me see that." And he would pick it up and examine it. And he made me redo things several times. And
Are you saying the athletes got to do whatever they wanted?
No, they didn't get to do whatever they wanted, but
They certainly had it easier.
yeah, and so did the other kids. I don't know. He just had it out for me. He did not like me every day.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, is he still there?
I think so. I don't know.
You want to give him a shout out? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I said Mr. Belts.
Oh, true.
I don't know where he's at now.
I don't know where he's at, but it was Mr. Gamble.
Yeah. That's Sunroof right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Good morning, everybody. 9 o'clock hour. It's 9:05 here, Eastern Standard Time. If you're listening to us in Chicago, it's only 8:05. I don't know how vast our Chicago listening audience is.
Well, I mean,
But
just in case,
The
right?
fact remains, if there's anyone in Chicago listening right now, it's only 8:05. We're living in your future. 330-450-9292 is the phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292 is our text line. Thanks for having us on the radio. Thanks for listening at Q92radio.com. And if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and X, good morning to you guys as well. However you're checking us out, thank you. Coming up this hour, we've got two opportunities, two more with us, to become a finalist for the Total Eclipse of the Park contest, brought to you by our friends at SARTA. Know someone sensational? Nominate a SARTA writer for the SARTA Sensations of the Month contest online at sartasensations.com. This is the contest where you could end up going to Progressive Field in Cleveland to watch the Eclipse and the Guardians home opener when they take on the Chicago White Sox next Monday. Can't win it unless you're a finalist. You're going to hear the cue to call this hour later on, but you're also going to have another chance if you go over to the live video stream of the morning show. You can use Facebook, YouTube, or X, whichever one you want to use. Go over, click the like button in the comments, put the thunderstorm emoji or type thunderstorm or storm, something along those lines. You do that, we're going to randomly select one of you at the end of the show, and we are going to make you a finalist for this awesome contest we give away on Thursday. Of course, you'll have more chances with Nicolina after us, with Keller this afternoon, and with Ryan tonight as well. Of course, stick with your live and local radio station as when these storms maybe get here tonight. We'll have updates for you.
Yeah, we'll pass along to Mark Johnson's updates. He always updates his weather for us. So, you'll get the most up-to-date forecasts. And if you want to follow him, I'm telling you guys, we're so lucky here at Q92 to have Mark Johnson as our chief meteorologist. He's on top of it. He's very socially inclined. You can follow him on Facebook at Mark J. Weather. He's really great about when we start getting into those dangers, like warnings, actual warnings, or there's tornadoes on the ground or anything like that. He will go live and tell you where they are approaching, if you're in the storm's path, how much time you have to seek shelter, or if you should seek shelter. So he's a great resource. Go follow Mark J. Weather on Facebook.
A lot of times we end up sharing his lives on our social
We
media.
do, to get the information out.
Check him out.
He's great.
We'll see. And I want to thank him for coming on and joining us live last hour to update us. Like he said, for us, we should be aware between 7 and 10.
Yes.
He said it looks like is when we need to be the most aware. So just keep that in mind as you go about your day today. Also coming up here shortly, we're going to be talking with Trista Todd from ComQuest, Lauren.
We are going to be talking to Trista about Taste of Hope. Nicolene and I have had the pleasure and the honor to be a part of this event year after year. It's going to be coming up. And, for those that don't know what ComQuest is, their services encompass drug and alcohol addiction, behavioral health recovery, behavioral services, things like that. They do so much right here in Stark County for our residents, and helping young families, young moms, things like that. They have so many resources. They are so wonderful, and we have Taste of Hope coming up. And every year, we're so lucky. We have a Stark County native, Stephen C. Beatty, Food Network chef, just launched a product line of Pop Secret seasonings. And he comes and does this event with us every year as well. So you're not going to want to miss that interview because it's a great cause, and you need to get your tickets and come hang out with Nicolina and I.
It's all coming up this hour right now. It's Dua Lipa trading season. It's 9:09. It's Q92. Saturday we went out. We took the kids swimming at his grandfather's.
Oh,
and,
that's
Jamie's,
fine.
her father's. We went over there and we swam.
Yeah.
Did that. Then, unfortunately, we tried to eat food afterwards. And I had 2 consecutive awful ordering experiences.
So, like, you DoorDash.
Where I went, no,
Okay.
we tried to go. It was, first of all, it was weird to begin with. Watch the time. Okay. It was weird to begin with because I suggested after swimming, hey, why don't we all just go get someone little? I don't want to go to like an expensive sit-down.
Right.
Somewhere, I don't care if it's fast food or just a place that's quick, not that expensive. Let's just grab a bite while we're out. I was like, yeah. And then somehow we end up going to Mexican, which if you know me at all, you know I can't stand Mexican food.
I love it.
As far Mexican food as I go is Chipotle. So the whole time we're driving, I'm like, if this was my idea.
And it got hijacked.
And somehow we're going to a place where everyone knows I won't like any of the food. But I'm thinking there's got to be something, right? Got to be something.
No.
Maybe they have an American menu or some stuff. I know Don Poncho's has actually an awesome American menu.
Yeah, their fries are so good.
Burger, fried, grilled cheese. It's awesome. This place did not.
Okay.
So I decided, I was thinking, okay, I like Chipotle. What if I get a burrito? And I'm just very specific to the man. And I say, I just want steak and rice.
Yeah, simple.
Seems like, okay, that might work.
Right?
That might work. I didn't take into account that I was in an authentic Mexican restaurant. So I explained this to the gentleman, and he nodded many times.
I got it.
I said, just, burrito, just steak and rice. You don't want this. I don't want that. You don't want this. I don't want that. Do you want this? I don't want that. I thought I just said I wanted just steak and rice. In my head, I said this. I'm like, I thought I made this pretty clear.
I was going to say, did you say this to the waiter?
I said
that doesn't
steak,
sound like
and he just kept questioning other things that, like, I said I didn't want on it.
Right.
And I spent
He was making sure.
a good couple minutes going, no, just steak and rice. Just steak and rice. Do you want tomatoes? Just steak and rice. Do you want this? Just steak and rice. And somehow that wasn't working. So it comes out.
And it wasn't steak and rice.
First of all, my own fault. I probably expected to see something looking like a Chipotle burrito. And it came out like this very loosely wrapped, I guess, burrito, if you will. Now, first of all, there was cheese on the side and cheese drizzled on the top. I have no idea where the cheese came into the picture. After I spent 10 minutes saying, just steak and rice. Just steak and rice.
Well, but they love to garnish with their queso.
Just steak and rice.
And most people would appreciate that. Queso
I
drizzle.
looked at that and I felt bad because the girls both looked at me like, oh no. And I looked at my plate. I looked at them. I looked back at my plate. I just thought, here we go. Scrape off the cheese. Season right here on today's Hit Music Q92. 12 minutes after 9 coming up. I'll look at the forecast for Mark Johnson. Then we'll be speaking with Trista Todd from ComQuest about a Taste of Hope, an event you're definitely going to want to possibly be a part of. That's coming up right here on Q92. All right. Is complimenting hair creepy? That's a question I pose.
What? That's a question that Clint posed when he walked in here.
Yeah, that's we've been talking about. We're going to talk about what Clint said.
Yeah.
So he came in here and he was telling us a story about someone complimenting someone's hair.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't mean to be creepy, but I really like your hair.
Well, he asked me, he said, does that creep you out? Because he said, your hair looks nice today. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Is that creepy? Does that creep you out? And I said, no, we know Clint really well.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me at all. But the question was then posed. At what point is complimenting a woman in public not flattering, but yet then creepy?
I remember, and this is back in the 1900s, a guy I worked with who's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Rest easy. King. But he, we were sitting one day in the studio talking, going over what we're going to do on the show. And a sales girl walked in. Now, this sales girl was a very beautiful.
She was a pretty gal.
Yes.
Okay.
I have no doubt. If she was like, hi, can I talk about your business and advertising? The owner would be like, indeed you can. And she always dressed nice. And she did. She had nice legs. And you know me, I'm a legs
Yes.
ass guy.
Okay, so you were oogling her too in the office.
Then yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was. And this is back in my Youngstown days. She walked in one day to ask a sales question about something, sponsorship, things like that. And I will never forget this. We're sitting there and we're all talking. And the gentleman, the older gentleman at the time, he says, I got to tell you. He goes, I just got to tell you, you've got an incredible set of legs. And in my head, no! I knew back. This is 1900s now. Oh, no, this is 2000. This is.
Could you hear the clack of HR's heels coming down the hallway?
2002. I'm like, no! I think we're supposed to wait till she leaves the room to say that to each other. I don't think we say it to her.
Right.
Not at work. Not now. And she was very nice about it. And you could tell it was a little like, I'm sorry, but
it probably took her by surprise.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I knew that the guy was not trying to be perverted. I know you're like, oh, sure. I'm telling you, I knew the man. He wasn't. He thought, now he was older. Like he was in his 60s at the time. She's in her 20s.
I guess maybe that.
Maybe from a different, but I'm saying maybe from a different generation.
Yeah.
Maybe then that was seen as okay. I don't know. This was way before now. Where you say hi to someone like, oh God, did I offend you?
Right.
Good morning. Excuse me?
Right.
Damn it. But yeah, I'll never forget that. You've got an incredible set of legs. Oh! And I'm sorry people are a-holes and run through an emergency scene. Good Lord.
Oh, maybe that is the problem.
Oh, someone says you're just a cold-hearted bee.
Maybe.
I
doubt it.
We
but
played that this morning earlier.
Yeah.
You know who sings that song?
No.
Jet. Sings Cold Hard Bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the group Jet.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense
Not
now.
to be confused with the group from the 80s, the Jets.
You've got it all.
Yeah. You just proved you're going through menopause knowing that song. You just confirmed it with that reference.
I love the Jets.
You're like Johnny and Marie Osmond, of course. Who's going through menopause?
Than you.
Who's going through menopause? Not me. Hey guys, remember Johnny Carson? Q92, Christian, Lauren, Jake here in the morning, and pleasure to be joined by a friend of the show, Trista Todd, from our friends at ComQuest, here to talk about Taste of Hope that's coming up. And Trista, thanks for stopping in to talk to us here this morning on the morning show. We appreciate it.
Good morning. So happy to be here with you guys, as always.
Taste of Hope is back again.
It is. It's one of my favorite fundraisers.
Great event. For those listening, Trista, that this might be the first time. I can't imagine that, but there might be some people that's first time hearing of Taste of Hope. Let's just let them know exactly what it is and why we're putting this event on.
Yeah, so ComQuest is one of the largest behavioral health organizations here in Northeast Ohio. We service Massillon, Canton, Alliance, and we help folks that are struggling with mental health issues, addiction recovery, and social support. And we're a nonprofit, so we have to fundraise. It's part of what we have to do so we can continue to provide support to those. And Taste of Hope is our biggest fundraiser of the year. So it's not your traditional sit-down banquet style stuffy fundraiser. We kind of got on a mission a couple years ago to change it up and make it more interesting. so that people could have fun while they were also helping us fund a great cause. So when you buy a ticket to the event, you're going to get access to Celebrity Food Network chef Stephen C. Beatty, who's back with us again this year. Stephen is a native of Canton and Stark County, and he has a huge passion for our mission. He's directly connected to it. And then also Saxy Rob will be there to play some tunes for us. As always, he's always a great time. And then 12 area restaurants, and I brought the list.
Oh,
Some new
yes.
ones this year.
Okay.
Let's unveil them.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
So Unhitched from Louisville, we love them. They've been a partner for the past several years. Hideaway Buffalo Express, A-Town Burgers and Brews right out of Alliance, 91, Carpe Diem, Scratch Steakhouse, Feel Good Barbecue, which is a new one, Pogies Barbecue and More.
We love Pogies.
Oh,
Yes,
Pogies.
Shout out to Adam.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
he's wonderful. And you guys actually connected us with him
Yes,
last
we
year,
love
so-
him.
He's good.
Yes. And then 111 Bistro and The View are owned by the same owners. They're going to be there this year. 63 Corks, The Nook and Up in Smoke, which is in Maslin. They're new ones. And then Sister Social, which is another Alliance place that is new this year. So we've got a dozen restaurants total this year that are participating. We're so excited.
Yeah, and when you come to the event, so all of these restaurants that are participating, excuse me, they prepare small bites.
Yes.
So you can really get a feel and a taste for that restaurant, that establishment, for what they offer. It's so much fun because there's so much variety. I mean, so when you're talking about food, it's great food.
I'll never forget the first year that we did it this way, and somebody called me and they're like, "Do I need to eat before I come?" And I was like,
No.
You're
You're
going to
good.
get a lot of food. So each restaurant, as you mentioned, Lauren, does 2 dishes, and they do a tasting, a 2-ounce sampling of each. So it's a lot of food.
It is.
If you walk away hungry, I don't maybe you spent too much time chatting with Steven
Yeah.
or dancing with Saxy Rob, but
Yeah.
you should not walk away hungry.
Well, and also speaking of the night, there are some amazing fundraiser items that people can bid on. I mean, so there's a
Should
lot
we
of
tell them
we
about the
should.
one that Nicolina and you got for us?
Yeah, sure. Why
I'm so
not?
excited.
You'll be able to bid on tickets to see Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, we're so excited about that.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think that was going to come through. And then Nick just worked her magic wand
She did.
and made it happen. We just found out the other day we have an amazing Guardians package. So we've
Ooh.
got 4 seats that
Baseball
are right
lovers.
behind the dugout.
Yeah.
And in that package, there is a baseball helmet that is signed by Sandy Alomar that was donated. And then there is a book by, I forget the author, but it's about Omar Vizquel, and it's signed by both the author and Omar.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's going to be in that Guardians package.
That's
So
awesome.
we're
Yeah.
excited.
Every year I'm always blown away because you guys do usually put some of these things online that people can bid
Yeah.
on. So if you're not able to attend the night of, you can still bid on these great auction items and contribute towards the amazing mission of those at ComQuest. And follow us as a station because we're always really involved with this event. And
You guys are our keynote sponsor.
yeah.
We love having you guys
well,
every
we
year.
support the amazing work that you do for all of our friends here in, Stark County, in the area. When it comes to drug and alcohol recovery, when it comes to mental health, and behavioral therapies and things like that. So we appreciate so much what you guys do. This is Thursday, April 25th, 2024. Nicolina and I are going to be there. We're also going to be, again, like she said, Saxy Rob's going to be there. Stephen C. Beatty, Stark County native, Food Network chef.
He's awesome.
You don't want to miss it. It's
He's
a
awesome.
great night out. And when Trista talks about this being a really fun fundraiser, it's a mouthful.
Yeah.
It is. It's not your
Yeah.
run of the mill, come sit down. This is a great networking event.
Yeah, it is so much fun, and it's pretty small. We only have 200 tickets available,
Mhm.
but we keep it that way because, again, we want it to be really wonderful and enjoyable for the people attending. We have the auction going on, like you said,
Yep.
2 weeks before. We usually open up the online auction,
Yep.
but we do reserve some items for the in-room
Where you-
folks.
yes,
So
you can
if
only get it
attend
if
the
you
event-
attend. Yep.
yeah. So we just have a blast with it, and it's a great time. Our goal is to raise $100,000 to support our mission, and last year we did 95. So, I mean, we're really close to hitting that
Really
100K.
close.
And we still have sponsorships available. So if anyone out there has an organization, sponsorships start as low as $500. You can reach out to me at info@comquest.org. If you want to get tickets, you go to comquest.org. Right on the homepage, you can get tickets. I think we're about 30 in, and we just opened up the tickets. So
That's
they're
awesome.
they're starting to get picked up really fast. So we're excited.
Yeah, we are too. Thank you so much, Trista. Again, April 25th, comquest.org. Get your tickets. Join Nicolina and I for a night of really fostering the mission of ComQuest and the good work that you guys do.
Thank you guys so much
Absolutely.
for all of your support.
Do an amazing job. And if anyone needs the help of Comcast before we let you go, Trista,
Absolutely.
and they need to reach out for any type of reason, how can they get a hold of you guys?
So 2 ways. So go to comquest.org to learn more about all the services that we provide. All of the information about the services that we offer are on there. All of our locations are right on the homepage with direct phone numbers to those locations. So if you're somebody that's living in Alliance and you want to seek help at our Alliance outpatient office, that phone number, address, everything's right on the homepage. You can also just call our general line, which is 330-455-0374.
Awesome.
Trista Todd, ComQuest, always a pleasure. Taste Hope, the fundraiser to benefit ComQuest. Again, like we said, April 25th, 6 o'clock. Go to comquest.org for more information. Trista, thank you so much for stopping in.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Today's hit music is Q92. So yeah, happy birthday to her. 60 years young. So maybe not. Maybe not.
She is not 60 years old.
No, I made that up.
Yeah.
She's nowhere near that, but she's older than me. So enjoy your day. Like I always say, there's no one I'd rather have ignore my texts and phone calls than my sister.
I feel like her sister just does her own thing. She's just like, I'm good. I don't want to talk to him right now.
Then you get older, she's like, what? I'm like, oh, gee, I don't know. I can't remember at this point.
Oh, stop.
Thank God it wasn't an emergency.
Well, she's got a family and kids and
Yeah,
stuff.
so do I. I can answer my phone or text when one of my family members calls.
That's true.
Or text.
It's true. I'll give you that.
I got to, you know how much you got to keep an eye on an 8-month-old?
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
I can still pick up my phone. Half the time he has it.
Well, yeah. He lets you know.
I taught him high five yesterday. He learned high five today.
Oh, good.
Yesterday. He doesn't, he goes.
Real slow.
Yeah, he goes real slow. He claps.
Yeah.
I love how babies do the open finger clap.
Oh, yeah.
Like they don't do the clap. They're like.
Yeah.
He does that. He loves the clap. He loves when you see him clap.
Mm-hmm.
But I taught him high five yesterday. Now he's just like.
Real slow.
Yeah. And it's funny because the third thing I've taught him that Jamie doesn't believe I taught him until she sees it.
Okay.
I'll be like, he does high five. He claps now. No, he doesn't. Jimmy, clap.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Jimmy does high fives now. No, he doesn't. I'm like, what?
Why don't you believe me? Right.
Please believe me. Like, yes, he does. I could see if I was like, Jimmy's driving now. I could see you'd be like, no, he doesn't.
I was just going to say, you should start being a little bit sarcastic and be like,
Jimmy knows geometry.
Right.
That makes sense to call me out and be like, there's no way he knows geometry. I think high-fiving and clapping, I think.
They're reasonable milestones.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
In fact, what is he not? He's 9 now. He just
9
turned 9 on the
months
7th.
Yeah.
Wow.
You too.
Let me see here. Oh, quick shout out to Jake. I've been catching myself saying, "Kay, love you, bye," when leaving social situations.
Oh, he just giggled. Did you hear his high-pitched little?
Yeah.
"Kay, love you, bye." Yeah. It happens every day around 9:55.
It does.
Catch it today if you like. Blue-eyed country girl checking in. Jake seems like a clean guy.
Hold on. He's turning on the mic for this one.
Sorry, what?
I'll just read what it says. It says, blue-eyed country girl checking in. Jake seems like a clean guy. How did he meet Star?
I met Star on Bumble.
Bumble's the way to go if you're a guy, I'm telling you. That's the way to go. Because the girl has to initiate any correspondence.
So you know she's interested. That's real nice for you guys.
She's interested at least enough to say hello. Can you ruin that immediately? Sure you can. But I mean, at least you know she thought enough to at least say hello.
Right.
So I think Bumble's the way to go. If you're a guy and you're looking that route, and trust me, your boy has been on Bumble. Go with Bumble. I mean, Tinder's fine. Tinder works, but I feel like Bumble's better. If you're not to be all, but I think if you're actually looking for something, not just a little.
I gotcha.
I think Bumble is the better way to go.
Like
Would
if
you
you're
agree
looking-
or disagree?
I agree.
Like if you're looking for an
Yeah,
actual
I refuse.
relationship.
I was on all the dating apps, but I did refuse to get Tinder.
You never did.
I never did Tinder.
Wow.
Never.
And you were on everything.
You didn't even get in there just out
I
of
was on
curiosity?
Christian. I was on Christian Mingle, but I was not on Tinder.
We'll get. Oh man, I hate.
It's a good old boy that you can take home to mom.
That's just interesting. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more. But I have to keep us on time, which I already haven't done. Thanks for the signal, Jake.
Well, you were asking him about his
God.
dating life.
Get us all in trouble. I've told this story too. I watched a DJ get his ass lit up at my friend's wedding. And I know the girl. I've known her forever. She is not the one to mess with. She is one of the nicest, most loving people in the world, unless you cross her.
That's my sister-in-law. She'll go right for you.
They specifically told the DJ, you do not play the chicken dance at our wedding. Now, they're paying you.
And then they hear that.
Bro decided he was going to play the chicken dance, and she chose violence.
Yeah.
And I watched him in the hallway getting eviscerated. And
Good.
I was just like, I want to be like,
She's a paying client.
no, I agree. You paid. If
Yes.
you went through that list, you planned it. This is her wedding.
Right. This wasn't like house music. This
Yeah.
was
She
she sought you out and gave you instructions,
Yeah.
and you did not follow
wrote
them.
you a check.
Correct.
Yeah. No, I did not blame her at all.
Yeah.
When I tell you, I thought that man was going to tear up.
Good. Maybe he learned his lesson.
And I wanted to go up to him like, bro, I could have told you she's not the one. She's not the one to decide you're going to make an executive decision.
Yeah.
I'll bet he followed rules the rest of his DJ career.
Yeah.
Because I remember I walked out in the hallway to go pee. And I was like,
See, and I would have been mean, but I'm more like that person that kind of like just. I hate to say it. I can be passive aggressive when I'm upset.
There was no beating her. No, she's not the girl who beats around the
My
bush.
sister-in-law could have made him give her a full refund after her verbal tongue lashing.
I think she hit him with a folding chair. And
It's
finally,
like WWE.
I believe that. I believe in one day we'll be able. Aren't people already trying to like put their brains and memories on computers somehow?
I don't know.
How does that work?
Do you think it'll be like multiplicity though? Like the copy will be dumber than the original?
No, I think we'll be half human, half robot.
What was that show?
With a half human RoboCop?
No, they had the little girl.
Oh, you're talking about the Small Wonder.
Yeah.
Wow, we're going back to the 80s now.
Well, hey, I mean, I'm just saying they manifested that actually being a thing back then.
RoboCop could be real one day.
It could be. We're never going to have half human, half.
People are trying to put their brains and memories and stuff on computers. Which explain to me how that works.
No, I think they're trying to get computers to read brain waves for communication. They already have that. They have specialized equipment for like paraplegics and quadriplegics where they can literally like think or use eye movement to move their wheelchairs to create basic functions. You know what I mean? So we've already kind of had that in the medical realm. They have smart prosthetics like that can help based off of muscle movement, flex and bend a joint in a prosthetic.
That's crazy.
Right?
It's crazy. Music. Q92. That was her first ever radio hit.
Really?
Yes, it was.
I knew it was early, but I didn't know it was the first.
It was. Fun fact. I mistook her for an intern at my old radio station.
Rihanna?
She came by for a visit to our top 40 station. She was standing out with
Please tell me you gave her something to do.
No,
Okay.
I don't like that, but like she was standing at the front desk waiting to go into the studio and talk. This was Ponde Replay Rihanna.
I know.
This is not.
But it's funny now. It's real funny now.
I literally walked out from the sports studio, to come out and get some I printed, and I saw her and she was like, "Hello." I was like, "Hi." Walked right by her, picked up my papers, went right back to the studio. Didn't even think twice. Then everyone's like, "That was Rihanna." No, it wasn't. She's tall.
Is she?
She's very tall in real life.
Yeah, I've never seen her in real life.
Towered. She could have dunked on me. But walked right by her. Just thought she was either someone picking up a prize or it was that.
It would have been a better story if you were like, "Hey, did anybody give you anything to do? Do you need something to do?"
Yeah, I just remember that. I was like, "What? What was she doing here?" And then I got pranked with.
You make copies.
Yeah, it's like, "Hello, I need my sports report quickly. All right, my show's starting soon." But yeah, she was hanging out front desk with our, and they were all excited. I wonder why the girls were all excited at the front desk.
Maybe you just thought it was a popular intern.
I was like, "Oh, you guys excited for our show today? We're talking about the tribe." You know what I mean?
Right.
Big Brown story today. That wasn't why, but I still remember that. And that was that song. And she became kind of big.
A little bit.
She keeps teasing, like very like lightly teasing new music, but then like she puts it out there and pulls it away. Puts it out there. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to.
No.
The girl's got a catalog that's unbelievable.
She really does. I told you over the weekend we were watching Vivo while we were doing stuff at
She
home,
was on
like
a couple
cooking.
times.
She was, but it was like all of her old hits, and I was like, "Dang, I forget about these songs sometimes."
Dude, I'm telling you, she to me is one of those artists now that's made where she could just say I'm touring.
Yeah. Oh,
wouldn't have to put out a new album. I mean, she would. Most do, but I'm saying she could just be like, "I'm touring this summer," and you'd be like, "I'm going to see Rihanna."
Yeah.
I'm going to see her because she's going to play all like 30 of her radio hits.
Yeah. You've got Don't Stop the Music, Umbrella,
Dude.
Disturbia. I'm trying to remember.
Take a Bow.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
Oh,
SOS.
I mean, dude, I'm telling you, she could just say I'm going on tour, and you would know every song.
Shut Up and Drive. Forgot about that one.
There's so many.
I know.
I mean, not even to mention the ones she's just featured on with other artists too.
I know.
She got 2 huge hits with Eminem, with Love the Way You Lie and Monster.
Yep.
I mean, it's unbelievable what the career that she's had.
Rehab with Justin Timberlake.
Rehab.
Yep.
Telling you, man. Thermia. My favorite one though is probably her with Calvin Harris. We found love in a hopeless place.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of my. And that's exactly
Really?
how it sounds. Oh, I love that song. That's the song. I want to hear that. Da, 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 da. I'm just like, yeah.
Oh no, I like that song. That's probably not my favorite though.
Where's your favorite Rihanna? Don't say
Ella,
Umbrella.
Ella. I do. I like it.
That's like me going
Or
Bon
Please Don't
Jovi,
Stop
living on
the
a prayer.
Music. I like that one.
That's like me going, I love Bon Jovi, living on a prayer. Come on.
I love Shut Up and Drive too.
That's a good one. Shut up and drive.
Yeah.
That's a really, really good one. Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, favorite Rihanna song? I'll bet you don't have one.
I like the one we just played.
Ponte Replay?
Yeah, I do like that one.
That was the first one, my friend.
That
was the first one.
the kids sing Umbrella, so I guess that's probably why
It was
it's stuck in there.
it was a pretty impressive hit that she had with Umbrella. Oh my God, Rude Boy, Work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can keep going, man. Hate the Way I Love You. I remember that. Only Girl in the World.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Come on, now we can just keep going.
I know.
Unfaithful was she had a couple good slow ones too. S&M, that was a good one. What's My Name? Oh, la, la, what's my name? I mean, that's
a lot.
That's an hour and a half of the concert right there. We just did.
She doesn't necessarily need new music at all.
No, some artists don't. Taylor
Right.
doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Rihanna doesn't. At this point,
Do you know what never ceases to amaze me about Taylor? She'll be in concert and she'll be like, I'm going to play a song that I've never played live before. And you're like, how? You've literally been on tour for 6 years.
Rainbow Connection. Like,
It's
what?
not 6 years. Over a year, though.
No, she could do it. Who else could do it? I think Timberlake could do it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't need new music at this point.
Do you know who else does it well and does it like every
What,
year?
Doesn't have to put out new music?
Yeah.
Who?
New Kids on the Block. And they shouldn't put out new music. Just play the hits. Just keep doing what
You're
you're
so
doing.
against their new album.
I'm not a fan of their new music.
You're so against them. How dare they?
I love them.
Kind of that way with Bon Jovi.
Yeah, just got enough, man. There's
Like-
gas in the tank.
Like at this point, if your voice is good, all you got to do. That's another band.
Yeah.
If his voice is good, if Bon Jovi just said we're touring, people would go see Bon. They got enough hits.
Yeah.
Aerosmith, they don't got to put out an album. They can just tour.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It must be great to get to that point. You get back in the studio. No, I don't.
Right.
Just got to say I'm touring.
Right.
Don't ever say it to me again. Slap. That's how I'd handle it. Terry Styles, As It Was. It's Q92. You got to keep dating.
That's
I
one
truly
thing-
believe that.
We're guilty of it, but I feel like our kids, we don't do date nights very often, but I feel like our kids are at such an awesome age. Like we can take them with us and we still have so much fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're old enough now to carry on like more adult conversations and contribute to the conversation. And I don't know.
Lack of work-life balance.
Yeah, I can see that.
Too much
He's
work, not
working all
enough-
the time, or
Uh-huh.
she's working all the time.
The feeling of my wife and I grew apart is big in divorced men.
I feel like sometimes that's code for he found somebody else.
Could be.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Infidelity is big in marriages, unfortunately. That's why there's, that money. Those are the two marriage killers, right? That and financing.
I would say any kind of lying.
A newfound appreciation of sex. Divorced men have in common. Marriages didn't include a lot of it, especially as relationship deteriorated. These men swear they'll never settle for sexual starvation again.
So they feel like they don't have matching
like,
libidos.
Next girl I get, she's going to be horny all the time.
I don't think that happens, trust me.
Not like you, Rebecca. I'm tired. I don't know if that's true, but sounds good. They do boyish things with their money after getting divorced.
Oh, like
buying a new
extreme
car,
purchases.
skydiving lessons, trip to New York City. A lot of
That ticked me off.
Reckless spending of their money. A lot of divorced men have a longing to hear that they're attractive from girls now. You need reassured that you're a good-looking man. No, you've been injured.
I
Your
think
heart's been
everybody
broken.
needs that. I think everybody needs to hear that they're attractive to someone. You know what I mean? Isn't that part of like just human nature?
You want to feel pretty.
Right.
Man or woman.
Exactly.
You want to feel pretty. Who doesn't like being told, I think you're pretty?
Right.
No one's ever like, shut up.
Girls are like that?
No, I've said no one's ever done that when you've been like,
Oh.
you're really pretty. Go to hell.
Right. No one would ever say that. You're like, oh my gosh.
Thank you so much. It's funny. I've been squatting more. Number 9, difficulty expressing the emotions. Divorced men have that in common.
It took me a very long time to figure out that if they weren't good at expressing their emotions before you got married, they're not going to do it after. I'm sorry. I think that's a problem too on the women's side. I think that women believe truly that they can change a person to be the person they want them to be, and that is just not true at all.
No. Listen, you can't change a guy that wears jorts. You all right? And a flat-brimmed hat.
You're so dumb.
With a chain and a net tech. You can't change that, all right? That man's far gone.
Yeah.
He's far gone and he's on meth. Number 10, lingering affection and gratitude after years of venomous anger, it says here in this article. Corrosive conflict and even disdain for their former wives. Softer feelings of appreciation surface in divorced men. How about that?
Call now to win tickets to the Guardians home opener, powered by Sarda and Q92.
There's your cue to call. You want to become a finalist for the Total Eclipse of the Park contest and end up seeing the solar eclipse and the Guardians home opener next Monday at Progressive Field. Well, you need to be caller 10 right now, 330-450-9292. Caller 10, you'll be our latest finalist in this contest, powered by Sarda. Know someone. Thank you.
I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Know someone sensational. Nominate a Sarda writer for the Sarda Sensations of the Month contest online at sardasensations.com. And Lauren, that's not all.
No, that's not all. This is your last chance. If you haven't done it yet, head over to Facebook, YouTube, or X. Find that live video from the studio. We're live right now. Put a storm emoji. You can do a storm cloud, rain cloud, lightning bolt, whatever it is in there. If you like to become a finalist for a Total Eclipse of the Park, we're going to pick another finalist here in the next 5 or 7 minutes. So hurry, go over and do it.
Do that now. And caller 10, good luck. These are great questions.
I know.
These are hard-hitting questions.
Our brains are so weird. Why are we?
There's a show on Prime called Upload where they put their brain on like a memory card and they live in like a sim-like life. What the hell? What? Another one. There's a same. Oh, what happened? My text line just went. There we go. Yeah, there's a show on Prime I know. Listen, I haven't watched that yet. Never heard of that, but I'll look into it. That's interesting to me. Very interesting to me. Where we're going to go in the future with technology and will we be able to live forever? Would you want to?
I mean, as long as I'm not like super decrepit. I mean, they can kind of preserve or slow down the aging process.
Oh, you want to play whoa questions like whoa. Here's a question.
Okay.
If they invented it, all right? If they invented it, now listen, it is done. You can see for yourself. We can upload your brain, your consciousness. We can put it all on a computer. Then we can put you in whatever, and you can live forever. However they can do it, you can live forever.
Yeah, but if you're uploading me to a computer, am I going to have emotion?
So I say consciousness, all of it. They could find a way to if they could find a way. Would you had the option. Would you wait until you're like old and decrepit, or would you be like, you know what? Let's do it now in my 40s. I'm still very functional. Everything's good.
Yeah, but you could even push that to the 50s and try and give yourself some natural.
I'm just saying. Would you be like, you know what? I'm going to wait till in my 90s and I'm close to death to do it, or would you be like, do it now?
Well, no, because when do they clone you? At the age you are when they clone you?
Listen, I'm asking some weird ass questions. I don't have any answers.
Well, I know, but that's fine. That's why
I'm just saying,
why we're the show we are, because we always have weird questions,
crazy ass stuff. I'm just trying to figure out if they invented that, you could live forever, start whenever.
Yeah.
Are you starting when you're old? Truly old, you know what I mean? Like old, or you'd be like, no, man, do it now. Someone says until the server crashes. That's true.
Oh my god.
Someone could hack you.
That's true. Is that like getting a cold or a flu
Someone
virus?
could hack you. I feel like we're all doing hallucinogenics right now. We're all just
that, but is that like your cold or flu?
Did we just drop LSD together? What?
Is that like your cold or flu?
What do you mean?
You just got some antivirus to get better? Like if you are a computer in the future and blah, 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 and you get hacked, is that like having the equivalent of having a cold or a flu and you've got to take antivirus to...
I think if you were a computer, I could hack you and make you do crimes. Make you murder people.
That's true.
Make you walk around, punch people in the face.
Somebody said without a brain, you can't have consciousness. I agree with that. So it could be really chaotic.
We don't know that though. It's crazy to think about.
And then what if we do
knows?
this and the people that are like not cloned yet realize that we're all trying to like self-destruct the world because we don't have consciousness? And then all of a sudden it becomes a battle of the humans versus the whatever.
Subhumans, the cyborgs.
Right.
Just for that, huh? Anyway, real quick, this is not anything I want to dwell on. I've just been laughing at this on the internet. We all know Ric Flair, right?
Ric Flair, woo!
I say Ric Flair, woo! Everyone goes, woo!
Yep.
Jake Dewey, woo!
Woo!
Do you know Ric Flair?
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, he has his own wings now.
His own wigs?
Wings.
Oh, wings. I was like...
He has his own wings now, okay?
Yeah.
Hold on, I pulled it up somewhere and I got it. Okay. You know what they're called? His wings? Wings!
Oh my gosh.
They're called wings. He said wings. Hold on, I got maybe sound better if I turn it up without I don't probably get distorted, but wings.
It does sound like he's saying
Wing! Q92 finalist.
Just congratulations are in order.
Q92, hello, who is this?
This is Ashley.
Ashley, where are we calling from this morning?
From New Philly.
All right, Ashley, congratulations. You're caller 10, so you're now a finalist.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Ashley. You could just be spending the solar eclipse at the Guardians home opener. So not only can you catch the epic opener, you can also see the historic solar eclipse. Tell everybody your favorite station that just made you finalists.
Q92.
Congratulations, Ashley. She is now a finalist. Before we get out of here, we got one more spot to give away to one of you that went over, like the live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and X, and put thunderstorm emoji or storm in the comments. Lauren, who are we randomly picking today?
Today it is. Come on. Scott Adams.
Scott Adams. Congratulations. You are now also in the running for a chance to win a total eclipse of the park, brought to you by Sarda. 9:55. That's going to do it for us, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Be careful between, like Mark Johnson said when he joined us live in the 8 o'clock hour, between, 7 and 10. He
7
said is
and
when
10,
we should be prepared for maybe some severe weather.
Well, I think the moral of the story is just be weather aware today. Keep an eye on the sky. Be listening for any type of alerts or sirens in your community. Maybe if you don't have the notifications on your weather app, you should probably have those set to go off to inform you. And if you want to stay informed and you're on social media, because we're all connected, right? You can follow the station. We'll be providing Mark's updates throughout the day. Or you can follow Mark J. Weather on Facebook.
Do that. Also, as I tell you, charge all your stuff.
Yeah.
When high winds come in, power could go out, and you could be very bored if your phone dies.
Yeah. Batteries, water, and charge your stuff.
Yeah, charge your tablets, charge your phones. You can play Monopoly Go with me later when all the power goes out. We'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Nicolina's in here next. Keller in the afternoon after that, and Orion at night, because we are your live and locally owned radio station, and we're proud to be both of those things. 9:56. Jake, anything for the fine people listening to this station right now?
Love you. Bye.
There you go. It's the beaches. Blame Brett. It's Q92.
Done.